Test, test, test. Hello, everybody. How we doing, y'all? We are doing some political debates. Give me a sec. If you are a Trump supporter and you want to debate,
Big
hop in the
pop in the
box.
box.
Hop on in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. Someone just hopped out of the guest box. You're welcome to hop back in. I'm also going to be doing phone line for this entire stream. So if you're on YouTube and you want to debate, here is the phone number. You are welcome to hop on up. I think I am going to I think I'm gonna be doing like a 2-hour stream tonight. I need to kind of aim for somewhat decent bedtime tonight, so woke up at fucking 5 p.m. today. Uh, my brain is not good at turning off, y'all. But we're gonna try to get like a really consistent sleep schedule going. So, uh, in the meantime, while we're waiting for guests, I might play a few voicemails that I found on my Google Voice. You guys want to have some fun listening to these people crash out? I think it is a fantastic use of time. Also, let's for the algorithm, guys, go ahead and tap the screen for me. Do all the good stuff. And if you are a Trump supporter, if you are MAGA, if you are a conservative, if you're a libertarian, if you're a Republican or part of the GOP, come tell me why I should vote that way. Yes, please. Let's do it. Let's do it. Jenklade, I did see it. I saw it through Law of the Wild. I saw it through his post. So good, dude. What's up? Yo, what's up, Magnet? How we doing? Rissa, Jody, it's a good day. Yeah, I know, I know. Hello, what's up, Georgia? Oscars was great too. Oscar apparently saw a little bit of base today, a little more than usual. Love Oscar, proud of him. Where have I been? Guys, my life's unmanageable, all right? One like equals one prayer. Tap the screen. You started Dracula Love Tale? We watched that last night, Rissa, in the Discord. All right, guys, we're going to be playing some voicemails. And if you want to call this number on the screen, if you want to hop in the box, you're welcome to do that. But until then, I figured we start off strong. This one sounds good. I haven't listened to it yet, but I can see the transcript.
Fuck you. I hate everything you do and I wish you died, you motherfucker. I'm gonna kill you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not actually gonna kill you. Please don't call the cops on me. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. No one loves you. Your family hates you. Your dad probably left to go get the milk. Now fuck you.
So mean. Let's see if we're gonna. All right, let's try this one.
You want to debate me? Ah, you're scared. You don't want to debate me. I got a bachelor's degree in political science. I'll just chop you up with that. Now, come on. You want to debate me? Well, you want to push these Democrat lies to come after the white males and say we're the most dangerous people in America. Have you forgotten you are white too? When they talk about white, they're talking about you too. Then you got a nerve to sit there and push a narrative, a false narrative.
There we go.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter? Hello. Little butt dial.
Tell them about the data, how much you're off. 50% off of the data. Yeah, you and your fake news. You want to tell me? You want to debate me? No, you don't want to debate me because I'm a strong Trump supporter. I'll make you look like crap. Huh? You want to debate me?
Oh no, dude. Oh my god. Oh, he left another one, the same one.
Why don't you debate me or you're too scared? Huh? You know I'll chop you up. You know you Democrats got nothing coming to you. And your leader, Chuck Schumer, he's just as bad as you voters. Had the nerve to say, so what? We bought the criminals. We don't care what they do to American citizens. We just want their vote. How that? You kill my mother or father? You know what I mean? So what about one of them illegal immigrants killed your mother or father? You still be voting. You probably be clapping, huh? Wait, yeah. You got
What the fuck, dude?
my vote. You sick, disgusting. You know that? Keep your queer remarks to yourself. You talk about no disrespecting, but yet you want to disrespect Trump, the president of the United States.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter? Where'd they go? Where you got? Come back. Yeah, these guys are yada. They're yada coded. Someone's partying hard. This was on this was on the 12th, 10 days ago. This was on a Wednesday night. This guy was partying hard on a Wednesday night. Yeah, that guy was fucking sloshed. This is the same guy. This is the same guy.
You want to debate me?
He's got. There's like 5 of them, dude. Now, like different days. Oh my god. That was fucking. That was like 2 weeks before the last one we heard. Oh, it gets better. It gets better.
Why don't you debate me?
So many of them. Oh. Oh god.
I forgot to say one thing. Why don't you tell the black audience how the Democrats didn't want what's that Bill Biden has? Oh, Better America or something? And to give black people a tax break so they can get money for their children? What you do? You stole the money, the Democrats, and for illegal immigrants. Why don't you tell the black...
Heavens to Betsy, dude. Hello, are you a Trump supporter? Oh, you're a Trump supporter.
Nigger.
Yeah, that's a Trump supporter.
People that, oh, they already know. That's right. That's why you shouldn't get that message. That's why they're all leaving your party and coming over to the Republican side. You know what the Democrats got? A bunch of little sick criminals that are illegal immigrants and
All right, y'all. Chat, we're looking for debates. If you want to debate, hop in the box. We're looking for conservatives to debates. We also need like 10K likes really quick. If you guys aren't tapping the screen, you're selfish. You're selfish. Also, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to like the stream. Let me see what I can do. I'm going to peek at YouTube really quick. And if you want to debate and you're on YouTube, you're welcome to call this phone number. The phone number does work. Like 10K likes really quick. If you guys aren't tapping this, you're selfish. Oh my god, dude. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Pickles.
What'd it do?
Hey. Your cooking skills, man.
What'd you say?
I gotta go. Sorry.
Call from. To
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Huh?
Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Thank you, D. We're still not at 10K though. We're still not at 10K. The more taps, the better. We send this out to more people. I still don't have access on my other account. I think Monday I will. I'm sorry, Chris. Yeah. Let's see if we can find any more good. There's like 4 other voicemails from that same weird dude. Ah! What up, Oscar?
Oh man, what a day! What a day! What a day!
Yeah. How are you feeling?
My skin still burns, but I'm doing all right.
Let's try this again. One sec.
Yep.
call from. To
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
I'm gay and I like boys.
Fuck yeah, W.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Love that for you. Love how proud you are. What a nice call.
That was nice.
I'm glad he was so proud.
But sorry, I kind of interrupted. You is the burn gone?
No, it's gonna burn for a couple more days.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, because it's like it's a chemical irritant. So like I've taken a couple showers now, and the showers are miserable after getting maced. It just activates it again. It's like getting maced all over again. But I've gotten over that. But now my skin's just gonna burn for a couple days.
Was it law enforcement that you got maced by?
No, it was Jake Lang and his cronies.
What a fucking butthole, dude.
What a bitch.
What a baby back bitch.
What a baby back bitch that little itty bitty baby back bitch is. He's even smaller in person. You wouldn't believe it.
Oh, I just want to give him head pats.
Who was the guy in the yellow tie-dye shirt with the megaphone? That was Tom Evanstad, the convicted rapist and candidate for governor in Minnesota as a write-in because he lost the primary to Amy Klobuchar. That motherfucker is the guest on the first episode of my evening show. He said the N-word an awful lot while trying to win the black vote, which is why I only do the evening show on my YouTube, not on my TikTok.
That was the same guy. Listen, you cannot call in if you're underage, if you're not a Trump supporter, and if you're just trying to come out. Listen, I'm proud of you, but we're only looking at like 100+ people right now on TikTok, so you can do better somewhere else.
His dainty ice sculpture kicks were very adorable.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was fun. No, I've been trying to get in his face in a while. I had so much mace in my mouth that when I was yelling at him, it got in his eyes.
Oh my god, bro.
I hate that motherfucker so much.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
No, but I love you. I think you're doing a really good job.
Dude, thanks, dude. And W gym picture, bro. My D moved a little bit looking at it.
Thanks.
All right. Hello, is this a Trump supporter? Hello.
Hello, is that me?
Hi, yeah. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, by default. Bro. I don't really like him, but I'm a supporter by default.
How so?
Well, because the Dems are just woeful. They're just woeful policy, woeful candidates. Just terrible. That's how you lost.
What do you mean?
Can we talk about the future? Are you into talking about the future, or because I'm sick of talking about the past? That's over,
The
bro.
progressives
You
only
need to
think
talk
about the future. That's all we do. You guys talk about the past, reminisce in the past. We are always thinking about the future.
I don't agree. Well, all I just heard some other guys on one of these talking about fucking injecting antiseptic from COVID. Like, how far back do you want to go? You know what I mean?
Weren't you guys the ones plugging ivermectin?
I'm actually living. I've lived in the US for 10 years, but I left, bro. I had enough, and I went. I live on the other side of the planet now. Much nicer.
That's not really an
But
answer.
I do have.
But wasn't it the right rejecting all of science? And still are?
What? Sorry, say again.
Isn't it the conservatives that are still rejecting all of science? Don't you guys still have no scientific studies that prove your point whatsoever, and we do?
Okay, let's go back to the beginning of the conversation. I said I'm not you guys. I'm neutral.
You just
so
said you were
treat me as
by
neutral,
default.
and I'll
No, you can't duck all the
yeah
heat.
by default.
You can't duck all the heat. You can't
By-
ignore all the bad things that come with being on the right. Sorry.
I'm not sure there's all the bad things. They're really not all bad things.
Literally
Now,
every
once
single
again,
thing we can measure is worse off. Every single thing is worse off under
okay. Now,
Republicans.
if that's true, it's still the past. Let's talk about how are you going to win the White House? How are you going to win the White House? That's what you guys need to focus on. Totally. Let me tell you. How?
Yeah, I don't think it matters what kind of policy we have. Kamala had great policy. No one has any idea what it was. Nobody cared to read. They were too busy thinking about the cats and the dogs being eaten and shit. I don't think you guys care about that. I don't think you guys care. I feel like we have to do deconstruction for y'all. I think y'all need immense like therapy and deconstruction, maybe some trauma therapy. Maybe to be shown the wrongdoings of your ways. And I think that's the only way to move forward. I don't think that you guys are really interested in progressive policy. We can talk about healthcare for all or Medicare for all. We can talk about like just how we always do better at the economy. If you guys want to look at that, we can. I'm happy to show it to you. But I don't think you really care, right? Like you're still kind of upbeat about how Trump is. You have to vote for Trump because he convinced you that the left is so bad. I want to know what's so bad about the left. What did we do? Did he convince you that we were like trying to trans your kids? Did he convince you that we're trying to make your kids gay or something? What did he do?
Here's how I'll put it, okay? Everybody the whole world over, and I'm in the other part of the world outside the US, everybody says Trump's the worst human being ever, and he's
Correct.
such a loser, and he's so roundly hated. And yet, you guys lost twice to the most hated man on the planet. So
Aren't you
how
just
do
telling me
you how
to
do you
stop focusing on the
justify
past?
that?
Because
I'm
he
telling
ran a
you that's
fascist
how you.
campaign. He ran a fascist campaign. He ran on lies, right? Like we can now see that the things he said and promised were complete and utter lies. He did the opposite, has gone in the opposite direction. We can now see that, and I have to hold your nose and rub it in the pee stain and show you.
Well, then you live in a fascist country because that's democracy. How he won? Do you understand
Fascists
how
and
he won?
democracy
It's
are not
democracy.
mutually exclusive.
Exactly. So how do you beat that? How do you swing the voters who voted for
We say,
Trump?
hey, you remember when
I'm
Trump
asking you.
told you that he was going to lower gas prices, lower food prices, do all that, and then he did things intentionally by himself that did the opposite? Remember that? That's how we do it. We say, hey, remember he said this and promised it? Well, now you know he's a con artist. Now you know it's not true. Now we can look at the data. We
Yeah,
can
but
look at the data of our party and your party, and there's better outcomes on our side. So you should vote for us.
yeah, but he's not running again, so that's a waste of time.
Why would you say
You'll have
that? He says
somebody
he is.
new. He's full of shit. You know that.
Oh, so you just
Absolutely
reiterating
full
he's
of
a
shit.
liar. Got it.
Yeah, of course he is. All politicians lie. He wasn't at the beginning, but now he's been in there a
He
while.
wasn't
He's
at the
learned
beginning.
how to play. No, he was fully just the real dude,
Was Obama
calling it how he
Kenyan?
saw it.
We finally figured out Obama was Kenyan. Is that what you're saying? Or are they all rapists and killers and murderers and all that stuff?
Or
At
whatever
Max
he
Sector Super
believed.
Chatted $10.68. He has universal health care in his own country. He wants a white nation.
That is actually true about most Republican voters. They care about the whiteness of the nation above all else.
Okay, but how are you moving forward? You still haven't really answered. And I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you what I think is that you guys should probably steal a couple of Republican policies is the only way you're going to, undo
They
some
don't
of
have
yours.
policies.
Of course they do. How do you think the border got shut down? How do you think ICE is out there removing
Again, not
aliens?
even
That's all
really
policy.
no law was passed, right? He's just doing humanitarian. He's basically violating people's civil and human rights. That's not a good policy. We won't be adhering to that anytime soon.
He's not violating rights.
Yeah, is that what
Trump,
the Supreme Court
how's
said?
he violating rights?
Didn't 9-0 Supreme Court rulings say otherwise?
Bro, I got violated. When I lived in the USA, my rights were violated hundreds of times by LAPD, and I sued them and I won in federal court. And I'm not even an American citizen. And so you can't talk about violating. And then it was Alex Padilla who was the one who violated, one of the ones who violated me. And then I found it Rich, he got up and cried
so you agree
about
in
how
all
he was
cases
violated.
human violations and rights violations are bad, right? Or are you just saying that Trump's allowed to do it because you got your feelings hurt?
No, Trump's not allowed to do it, but it wasn't him. There's obviously rogue cops out there, but if you get a bunch of people jumping in front of federal officers, of course things are going to happen. You stay away from guys with guns, bro. You protest peacefully.
Yeah,
in the
you
city.
should have stayed away from the guys
up...
with the guns too. Then you have no right to complain.
Oh, they came to me, bro. No, they came to me.
And you don't think
they
ICE
had
does
no
that?
idea. And then it was the city who violated badly.
Okay, well this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Trump's policy in itself, not some random rogue actors. I'm talking about Trump's policy. If it were up to him, if he weren't being stopped by judges constantly, he will fucking send you to Libya without any due process. He will send you to CCOT without due process. He'll put barbed wire in the fucking Rio Grande. That's what I'm talking about. He will put you in jail, even if he will lock you up in the middle of your fucking court case. If you're trying to be here
Barbed
legally,
wire.
he'll lock your ass up.
How's barbed wire unconstitutional in the Rio Grande? Rio Grande, however you say it.
Listen, the Supreme Court struck this down too. I'm not here to teach you everything, but if you're a state, you're not allowed to try to enforce the nation's borders.
Okay, well that's fair. But what's to stop the federal government doing it? And ICE is federal too. So why are the states trying to get in the way of the federal government?
Do you think if somebody gets hurt in that barbed wire and dies, who's liable?
Pretty much depends where the barbed wire is.
False.
Doesn't it? And what side of the wire?
Yeah. So do you think we can
Doesn't
install barbed wire on Mexico's side of the border?
Just put it on the wall. Why not?
No,
Totally.
the wall's on our side of the border, buddy.
Okay, well, put the barbed wire on it and see what happens, man.
That's not what I asked you. I said, are we liable if somebody gets hurt?
Probably not.
All right.
No. Well,
maybe you should stay on your side of the pond, bud. I don't think. I think you're out of your depth here.
Why?
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
You haven't really explained how you're going to win back the White House, and that's what it's all about. Isn't
we
it?
have progressive
Isn't this
policy.
everything...
Okay, we're going to win back the White House with saying we're going to do progressive tax rates. We're going to lower the deficit, which is Republicans' specialty. They explode the fucking deficit. They explode the debt. Spend money we don't have constantly. They tear away people's welfare programs and social safety nets. So we are going to restore those. We're going to restore the FDA so people don't fucking shit themselves when they eat lettuce and blueberries and everything else that's now on the list. Alfalfa sprouts. There's just like a couple dozen things now. It's sad and embarrassing for y'all. So we're gonna have to like sew things up. Whatever you guys fucked up. We're going to restore USAID so that 14 million people don't die in the next 4 years overseas and possibly bring Ebola and HIV and AIDS over to the country. We're going to have to restore the separation of powers and the decentralization of power that Trump's been using. We're going to have to, I don't know, a million things over. We're going to have to stop funding Israel and their fucking genocide and their killing and slaughtering of innocent civilians based on their beliefs. We're going to have to pull out of the fucking Middle East and open the Strait of Hormuz again so that the whole world isn't paying higher gas prices. I don't know, dude. It's like literally the easiest thing in the world. It's the biggest fucking slam dunk I could think of. What do you mean, how are we going to get back in the White House?
Sounds like you should run, but because I don't believe that your leaders will come up with all of that. But on the Strait of Hormuz, let's address that, bro. If you pull out of the Strait of Hormuz, Iran will put taxes on the oil, and then the gas price will definitely go up.
Yeah, well, that's what we're stuck with. That's what Trump made for you. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to stop voting Republican for a long time.
He didn't make it. It was your Obama who said we can't let Iran have a nuclear weapon. So Trump's just following through on everything you guys already said.
Well, tell me you don't know shit about fuck without telling me you don't know shit about fuck, dude. Obama's the one who got them to...
He didn't come up with it.
Yes, he did. Obama's the one who got them to destroy 97% of their enriched uranium. He got them to comply with the IAEA to have oversight over their enriched uranium programs and their centrifuges, make sure they don't enrich uranium past 3.67%. He did that all without killing people, without spending $1 billion a day, without making the whole world turn their back on us, without basically betraying all of our allies with fucking up their economy too. He did all of that with simply giving them some of their money back. We got hostages back from them. It was pretty sick. It was a brilliant deal. Trump came in and he fucking took his dirty dick beaters and took us out of it. Against all of the signatories on the agreement, he took us out. And then they started enriching uranium again.
Bro, last I checked, the country I live in hasn't turned their back on the US. We export a shitload over there. New Zealand.
Yeah, are they coming to help us in the Iran war?
If we could, who are we to help?
So no, you're
We
not.
would. I would. If I was running the country, I'd be there tomorrow.
Yeah, but no, they're not.
Hell yeah.
The people smart enough to run the
Hell
country
yeah.
know that's not a good idea.
Nah, there's an election coming up the end of this year in about 3 months. That's
Yeah, and
why
they
they're
can't
not.
make a misstep. Yeah.
Well,
New Zealand
they're
is
all
very
just-
awesome,
they're all-
very well ran. I think that New Zealand is great. You're also luckily one of the like 2 places in the world that if we ever had a nuclear war, there's chances of you surviving.
Yeah, no kidding. But you know why I left? The real reason I left is because America's very arrogant on the street. You know, I love it here. You can walk down the street and nobody hustles you, nobody bothers you. People don't get up in your face and talk shit like they've got some First Amendment right to talk shit to another private citizen. So that's the honest truth why I left.
You're telling me that it's better in a far more progressive country that has universal health care and all the benefits in the world. You're telling me it's better? No fucking shit. You're telling me that you guys don't have the inward rallies that we do, like we did today?
Yeah, no, we don't have them.
Yeah. Can you guess which side hosted the inward rally?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not up with that one. Did that happen today? I was up.
Yeah,
that was up in the middle of the night watching rugby.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not. Like I said, I'm not one. I'm not one. I said that at the beginning. I'm neutral. I'm trying to help you here. I'm trying to help you with some, some forward thinking. Not you come up. You say you've got all the ideas.
I am a progressive. We have all the ideas. You don't care. Y'all don't care. You've been tricked to not care. We are literally looking at other countries that are much further ahead of us, like your fucking country, and be like, hey, we should do some of those policies. It's not rocket science.
Who's your candidate?
We have Pete Buttigieg, AOC. We have Andy Bashir. We have John Ossoff. We have Gavin Newsom.
All terrible, bro. They're all fixated on Trump. It's not progressive at all. They're all
progressive.
Fixated on Trump.
They're all progressive. They're
terrible,
all talking
bro.
about you don't have one actual like criticism of them. You're just crying that they don't like Trump, which is like a literal just default position. Yeah, we don't like kings. We don't like fascists. We don't like people who consolidate power and run the country using a unitary executive theory. It's just a no-brainer. We don't like people saying that they're going to run for a 3rd term. We don't like people who are trying to make being Democrat a terrorist organization. We don't like them coming out and threatening to close the banks and arrest people who are Democrat and liberal.
Bro, if it's so good, how'd you lose? You know what I mean? How did you lose to Trump? I still, how'd you lose?
I just told you,
to
fascism.
I can't believe it.
Propaganda, my man.
Good propaganda. The guy's good. He was good on social media.
He's been a con man his whole life.
Can you recognize that if you successfully lie to enough people, you can win at democracy by being deceitful?
Sure. He did
Okay,
it.
so is that a good thing if that happens?
It means you didn't have enough on your side to get over the line.
I'm letting. So you think it's a legitimate tactic in democracy to lie to the constituents and get people to vote for something that they've been misled about?
Since politics was invented, bro.
I'm not asking if it happens. I'm asking if you think it's appropriate.
I don't think it's appropriate, but that's how it works.
Then why are you being so fucking apathetic about it? It sounds to me like you probably don't have your life pretty seriously disrupted by any of these policies, and if you did, you'd sing a different tune.
Is yours disrupted by it exactly? Tell me how yours is exactly disrupted by it.
I was at the N-word march today. I've been maced more times today than I have in my entire life collectively put together, and the police defended that motherfucker while he drove a pickup truck down a city sidewalk, macing members of the public for yelling at him.
How does that affect you? You got maced. You went there. You
stay home. Stay home or get maced. We got a fascist on the line.
Yeah, but you obviously walked into it. You know, like you walked into it,
You're right.
didn't you?
Am I not allowed,
You're
am I
right.
not allowed to walk down the sidewalk
We should
in
lay
front of City
down.
Hall in my city?
Yeah, we should lay down when
Are they-
fascists and Nazis march the streets. That's a good position to have, Deep South.
Well, yeah, let the cops deal with it.
You a bitch, dude.
Let the cops deal
Nah,
with it.
dude, I got maced too many times today for this bullshit. If you got maced 1/10 of what I got maced today, you would be a crying little baby bitch, and you would beg for forgiveness about this shit. Fuck you, pussy ass, for that shit. I'll take a harassment and bullying flag if TikTok gives me one. I don't give a fuck. You a bitch for saying that, dude. That's hilarious.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, you're just a keyboard warrior ass bitch. Like, I'm not impressed. You think you look big not getting maced, telling me what it's like for me to get maced for exercising my First Amendment right in front of a city hall in my own city? You a bitch for that. You know you're a bitch for that. Everybody watching knows you're a bitch for that. Pickles knows you're a bitch for that. You're gonna go to sleep tonight thinking about how much of a bitch you are for that. The rest of us know it. That's okay. You're not gonna say it, but we all know it, so it's okay.
The right
okay,
is,
whatever, bro.
and this
No, I
is
don't
something
think so.
provably true, that the right is, they are susceptible to authoritarian rule. They love people just telling them what to do. They love being underneath somebody and being told not to think.
Where'd that get you?
What do you mean, where'd that get me? That got us in a whole shitload of trouble. That's what I'm here to tell people. They got us $40 trillion in debt, Deep South. That got us. They got us shitting ourselves all over the country because we have to eat fucking prison labored crops that got bacteria on them.
Hate to break it to you, bro. It was 20 trillion while Obama was in, so you can't dump 40 trillion on the other side.
So Trump being responsible for 27% of this country's debt, of its entire debt, historically, all of it. Trump himself, one of 45 presidents, 47. You think that's just no big deal? By the way, Obama reduced the deficit a lot. I think historically, maybe even the most.
Well, isn't Trump trying to reduce the deficit?
No! What thing is he doing to do that?
With tariffs? With all the tariffs. That was the whole point.
Do you think $280 billion of regressive taxes is going to do anything to the deficit? While he spent fucking $12 trillion?
Well, then you better wind back your Social Security and all your food stamps.
That's self-paid, you fucking troglodyte.
How is it self-paid if you've got a 40 trillion deficit?
Oh no.
How?
There's a line item on our fucking income tax that says Social Security. That's what pays it.
Okay, so it's still not enough, is it then?
It is enough. It fully funds Social Security. Sorry.
I don't think so.
I've seen it is somewhat insolvent.
Social Security, you can't afford Social Security from all the news.
The only thing that needs to happen is taking the cap off of Social Security, and it's not insolvent anymore. But no, Social Security isn't the problem. It's tax cuts. You can Google this. Tax cuts is the biggest expenditure we have as a country. Tax cuts. Giant, sloppy tax cuts to billionaires and trillionaires. That's what it is.
Have you got them documented?
What do you mean? The IRS documents them?
It's easy to just say, oh yeah, tax cuts to billionaires, you know?
Do I need to show you it?
I think NASA's one of your big expenditure items that's killing you.
No,
just
it's
quietly.
No, it's not.
How much does NASA spend?
Isn't it like $60 billion a year? It's like fucking. We are $5 trillion in receipts of taxes every year. $60 billion's nothing, dude.
I don't think 60 billion. I think you better check that number.
ICE is $1 trillion over the next 10 years. ICE. Good. This is why you guys can't be trusted with the debt. It's not doing anything.
Good. No, I mean it's what they voted for. Now, it's what they voted for.
You're right. You're right. We shouldn't look at the budget. We should just spend irresponsibly on becoming a military state.
Well, one thing you do have to realize is that the people voted for this. And so you need to change that. It was my original
That's what I'm
argument.
doing here. This is why I'm calling y'all out for being dumb.
Yeah, dumb is losing, bro.
I
Because
don't
you
think so.
lost
We've
twice.
lost
You know,
every.
the first time was an anomaly in 2016, and then you rolled it again. And I can't believe you were
NASA's
so
24 billion,
dumb.
dude. Oh no. Now Trump ran on there eating the cats and the dogs that he's gonna cut electricity prices in half. He's doubled it for some people. Like, do we just need to straight up fucking lie now? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think the whole world is in an inflation spiral. It's not just you. So you can't really use the
No, they're
things
not.
going up. They're going up
The whole world is
everywhere.
responsibly.
Transport.
Yes, the whole world is seeing inflation because of Trump fucking up the Strait of Hormuz. You are correct. Single-handedly, just Trump. Not even Congress. Not the Senate. Nobody besides Trump. That's it.
But he's going in and doing what Obama and Kamala and
No,
Clinton,
he
they've all
undid what they
promised to
did.
do that same thing. He's just going in and actually doing it.
No, it's like sending a computer to the repair shop and taking a hammer to it. He is doing the exact opposite. He is fucking this up. He is making them scream death to America for another 50 years.
That's just your opinion and projection, but
All right,
it's
well,
not,
yours is just yours, but
not true.
Trump is not doing anything. We are nowhere anywhere closer to having them denuclearized. I don't think we ever will be with this kind of take. I think that if he left it alone and didn't pull us out of the JCPOA, we would be just fine. So without Trump, we wouldn't have to have done this at all.
I think you wait and see how this plays out. You know, is better than just trashing it straight off the bat.
We've had an MOU in the talks, and part of that MOU is just giving them $300 billion, dude. It's just so they could go back to normal. For reparations, for saying sorry.
Who's giving him 300 billion?
The Gulf states.
The Gulf states are giving Iran 300 billion.
Yes. Well, that was part of the MOU that's no longer there, but that was the attempt that Trump tried to make to rectify this whole situation.
Yeah, I don't buy that at all.
You don't read the news, is what I'm hearing.
No, you're just believing the news. You're believing the news.
What? Trump even acknowledged this. So did
You
JD
didn't-
Vance.
That they're giving 300 billion.
Yes.
That's just it's bullshit, bro. They're not going to.
I'm sorry this is happening to you, but that was part of the
Trump,
MOU.
it was Obama. It was Obama who sent them 40 billion in cash.
It was
wasn't it, on a
1.7 $1.7 billion of their own money. Try again, dude.
I mean, they're just look. You need to figure out how to change your policy and get someone out there who's not a hack.
I think you're just
Like
conceding on
Newsom.
this, that you guys have been completely
Newsom's-
propagandized. 40 billion?
Newsom's a total hack, bro. Run Newsom, please run Newsom. I would laugh. That would be
Listen,
hilarious.
I don't love Newsom, and by no means do I think he's like a super progressive. But if he's got the name, like recognition that we need to win, and if he can talk enough shit to win, just like Trump did, I'll do it. I'll even run on fascist policy at this point. I'm willing to just
See,
straight
now
up
you're
lie.
getting it.
Yeah.
Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. I've succeeded. You're figuring it out, bro. Fucking Newsom is such a. He's a kiss of death, really. Newsom. I got to be honest, because he's too triggered. He's like totally triggered by everything.
Isn't Trump
So
totally
he's
triggered
probably
by
not your
everything,
best
and that's
shot.
why he won?
Oh,
Trump
is
cried
triggered
about
too.
his
I will
problems
say.
all day, every day, and that's how he won. So apparently that works.
Yeah, no, well, we'll see, but you know it's a numbers game, and I don't think America's ready to roll over back onto the liberal side. I really just don't think they are.
The polls tell otherwise. You guys have lost 31 straight special elections. We have flipped 31 seats across the country. Y'all have won 0.
Okay, the polls said Hillary was walking in a landslide,
And
bro.
she won
So
by 6 million
fuck
votes.
Polls don't win. Polls don't win elections.
Okay, these aren't polls. These are people voting.
No, I'm talking about, you just told me the polls say that you're winning, that you've
Well,
got the
I know.
numbers.
Okay, so you're telling me one time where polls failed, but we have dozens and hundreds of times where polls were pretty accurate. What do you say about that?
Polls haven't been true anywhere, especially over here either. We've got an election coming up. Polls are way off.
That's just cope, dude.
So no, don't buy into polls, bro. Don't buy into them.
Yeah, Hillary
You
won by
got it
6 million
right.
votes.
Appeal
polls were
to the
probably accurate.
fascist element. You need to appeal to the fascist element, obviously, and sway some voters back. It's all you can do now.
That's sad. This is where y'all are at.
Cut and thrust. It's cut and thrust. It's politics. It's not all even playing field. You should know that, or you're too young.
No, I think that Trump is just the one who is morally bankrupt enough to go as low as he did. And I think there would be very few people and actors in the future that would do that. And I think that we also just have empirical data that shows that someone like Trump, who pretends to be a hero of the people, is usually just fucking lying. He's just lying. Somebody who has to lash out on his emotions when he's called out lying. He has to cry about it constantly. He has to tweet until 2 a.m. He has to tweet 40 times in one night. He has to bitch and whine and call people rogue judges when he doesn't get his way. But I don't think that that's going to work anymore. I think we've seen it. We've seen the results. And now we can safely say, yeah, these people are blowing smoke up your ass. They're lying. They're full of shit. And you're dumb for believing them.
Okay, but he's a lame duck president now, so it's not about him anymore. You need to figure out who's coming up next. That's the key.
We don't reveal it.
Trump.
Listen, you know it's not normal to run a presidential candidacy for 4 years, right? Like Trump did. You know that's not normal, right?
But it worked.
Yeah, to keep out of prison. Not everybody's got billions and billions of dollars.
Well, most of the people running for president generally do, don't they?
No, uniquely, nobody has ever been a billionaire that's ran for president.
Wasn't there one, like 12, 16 years ago? There was one guy, I can't remember his name, from Texas or somewhere. Wasn't he a billionaire? He failed, but he was running.
Doubt it.
Yeah, I think so, if you look it up. But anyway, I got to go. It's been fun, bro. I'm glad. I appreciate you've actually debated and not just fucking shouted down like most of these crazy cats. So, no, I've enjoyed it. Good luck, man. Good luck.
All righty.
I got to go. My phone's dying.
All right.
I got.
Big shout out to Infectious, by the way. Thank you for the $120, dude, on Cash App. Love you, Infectious. You girthy son of a bitch. And Joseph, thank you for the $5. Of all the prevailing media narratives around Gavin Newsom, the one that is most conspicuous by its absence is how, under its two-term governor, California became the top, I'm going to guess, like, economic power of the United States. It cut off there, but thank you so much. Ross Pro, a billionaire. Hello, are you a Trump supporter? He was a billionaire when he ran for president. In the low billions, 1992. Jeez. He's part of the Reform Party. And now he's a Republican. He's the reason Clinton got elected. W. What up, infectious?
Hey, buddy. Hey, just a quick thing. Do you know Jacob Ekman? Young kid, does debates.
I know Jacob well.
Jacob got hit by the same guy that hit you, Pickles.
Hmm.
The guy whose screen name is Olivia, username was code 87 whatever the fuck. Exact same guy hit him just like, what, hour ago? And
Something like
he
that.
lost his guest access for a week just like you did.
He got it appealed.
Oh, did he?
What?
Yeah, he took my
Nice.
advice and his appeal was successful.
Bro, I need whatever you're doing.
I think I sent you word for word. I think it was too late when it happened to you, but the word for word message that I copy pasted him worked on his appeal.
I didn't even have an appeal option.
Bizarre. You need to like FaceTime me and like fucking screen share or something next time so I can help you.
All right,
I was just going to say, to get this guy caught, you might want to get with Jacob. Combine your evidence.
Yeah, I know Ari's also on the case.
Make sure that it's known that, it's the same person doing it frequently.
Yep.
Because, if each one of you puts in a report, that's one thing, but if you compile them, and recontact them and say, yeah, this guy got hit too, and he's got evidence and yada yada, shows a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So they can go after the same guy. Because you don't want to trust the FBI to, put that shit together by themselves.
Yeah, the more work you can do for them, the faster it'll get started, if it gets started at all.
Exactly.
I really want to I want to be able to take away the ability for people to turn on their camera, and just Studio doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's like a missing feature, and there's a petition floating around to get TikTok to add it because it does just enable people to flash without using like, sometimes your visual attention lapses and you don't notice that they've turned their camera on right away.
I have too many things to look at, and it's like one of 17 things going on. I don't always stare at people's like face.
Right, you're keeping track of the chat and people requesting, and
the 4K monitor I look at when I'm live is a nightmare. There's so much information. It's I can't keep up with my own Discord when I'm live.
Oh, no, you're still running a single monitor, aren't you, Oscar?
I have capability for multi-monitor, but we're using 27-inch 4K displays, which is a lot of screen real estate. So it's not so much that there isn't enough room.
Look at Pickle's setup right there.
Yeah.
And that's minus an iPad.
Got like 3 monitors going. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get some vertical monitors because we have the 27-inch 4Ks for both the producer's chair and my chair, and then we're gonna get, I think, a pair of 1080p verticals for each as well.
1080 is what you need. Anything weird is just, it's not worth it.
1080 vertical is such a good resolution.
Yeah.
So good for a web page.
Now to turn off auto cam accessible. That would be sick. I'll poke around and look for it.
I was getting sleepy, but my hands they have started burning again. I think I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping tonight.
I
got maced. I got maced a lot today. For anybody in the chat who doesn't know that.
Yeah, I saw the video of you washing your face off.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Pretty crazy day. But yeah,
living in the central Midwest where I am, I'm so far away from anything important like that.
Well, the spotlight hadn't been on us for a while, but got to show up when it is.
I appreciate you for, putting in the actual footwork, man. So much.
Got to show up.
What was it? The black guy in the truck with Jake Lang? No way.
Yeah, I've seen him. He also did a video with Jake Lang where like Jake Lang kneeled on his back and like he was like, "Yeah, I can still breathe." But it was very much like the glove not fitting for OJ, where it was like he was like working really hard to make it work. Whereas fucking John Stone the caller John Stone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he said on my show that he accepted my challenge and that he'd arrange it with me privately, but he runs away from me every time he sees me now. He's running away from he is the first person to have accepted Dr. Dankenstein's Derek Chauvin challenge, which is we're gonna get an actor who weighs the same as Derek Chauvin to kneel on John Stone's neck to see if he likes it for as long as George Floyd was subjected to it. He accepted the challenge and then ran away like a little bitch.
Is he in your state?
Yeah, you really want to piss him off? Call him the Christian Ninja.
No, I will fly to his state and do a whole production. I told him that, and he ran like a little bitch.
Yep.
I intend to be getting up to reasonably controversial and entertaining things with the donations, including such things as that.
Did you see Jake Lang today? Yeah, Steve, yeah.
I did see Jake Lang today. I got very close to Jake Lang. Finally, I been trying for a long time to get eye to eye with Jake Lang, but he learned the sound of my voice today, and he learned it's no fun to have Oscar Quentin yelling at you, especially if he's got a mouthful of mace. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said earlier, my conclusion is that he a bitch.
Dude, he stays losing. I just feel I'm so grateful that I don't have to have both of my fucking feet behind my head justifying some of the insanity that comes from the right. Like what do you mean? You don't like free speech? We should be able to say the N-word. Oh my god. Oh man.
Yep. Going through a little issue with the paradox of tolerance these days, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
They did all get arrested after the police escorted them down the street while they pepper sprayed everybody. I don't know why they were allowed. Inciting conspiracy to riot. Which is ironic for how much the right talks about Minnesotans rioting.
Okay, y'all were confusing me there for a minute. I had two people ask me if there was Bluey in my background. Yes, there is Bluey in my background. My 13-year-old is trying to get to sleep, and they watch Bluey for a little while because it's just chill and cool.
I'm not seeing anything in the account settings. I think that on my, if I were to go live on mobile, I could do it. But I don't think I can do it just as an account setting to take people's camera access.
Yeah, there's no way to do it in the studio.
Yeah.
Before you introduce your caller, I shall retire for the evening. I'm going to try to sleep.
All right, girl. Get some rest.
Have a good night, Oscar.
Kick me for that algorithm.
All right. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
What else would I be?
Are you over 18?
No. 2 whole followers. Yeah.
What else would I be? I don't know.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
No, it isn't. How you doing, Pickles?
Doing good. Are you just here to give me some kisses?
Nah, not at all, man. Not at all. Well, in a weird way, I wish you wouldn't have said that. But anyway, I was just calling in to tell you that I like how you conduct your pod, man. How you do your thing, man. Like hey man, I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing and you have the knowledge that you have on these subjects, man. And when people call in, they can converse with you, man. It's just an awesome thing you're doing, man.
I appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you.
Hey, and we went back and forth a couple of times, Pickles. I don't know if you're picking up on my voice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep, but hey, I'm just tuning in tonight. I don't want no smoke. I'm just tuning in tonight, man.
All
And
right.
I just want to say, man, that it's just weird, man, that it's like people on the right don't get the people on the left's opinions on different things or their beliefs in different things. And people on the left don't get the people on the right. And it's like the people down the middle, we can see the logic in both sides, and then we can see the things that we don't agree with both sides.
For sure, for sure.
It's just weird, man. But hey, man, you take care, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
All right, girl. Catch you later.
Ah.
What's going on, buddy? I think he's just here to glaze Ron Paul, dude. This guy's obsessed with Ron Paul. Hello, is this
Call
Trump's
from
Jack.
Oh my god. Can you please show up on my thing? I need to block you, dude. How does it not show up on my recent calls, dude? Is that it? Alright, I gotta block that number. That kid is a feed eye, dude. Oh, you're good, you're good, you're good. Yeah, it's Bluey in the background.
Yeah, it is. I got to keep remembering that my mic is really sensitive.
You're good.
Well, dude, it's like 2 rooms away.
That's wild.
Call from
Eric.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Holy
to accept,
crap.
press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
I want to know how all these fetuses keep getting phones in their mommy's uteruses.
How come it's not letting me see that phone number to block it? What's going on here? Oh, Pickles Cam. Oh, you guys do deserve Pickles Cam. Chat.
Oh yeah, you're at 60K.
Let's get a Pickles Cam going. That looks... Oh, that's... Yeah. Y'all, I want you to see something. I literally made my bed crisp. Before I went live. And this is what she does, dude. This is what she does.
Oh, come on. That's not your bed. That's her bed. She just so happens to let you lay in it.
My drill sergeant would stomp on my dick if he saw this. Oh my god. Am I just out of lines to see who just called me?
Please, bro, aim for me.
Alright. We're gonna go here. You are a fetus. Sorry.
Please call me back, bro. I'm watching your stream right now.
Couple voicemails, that's alright.
End your live stream.
Guys, at 80K, we'll make the Pickles camera bigger. I want that. At 80K, we'll give her a treat. We'll give her a chewable. Despite the time zones, past your bedtime, yeah. I need to be going to bed soon too. I need to be. I know that I got a late start tonight, and it's only been an hour. But I need. I might even.
I don't know, man. Them likes are coming in hardcore since you said that. They've already hit 1.5K just in that amount of time.
I need. Okay, last night I probably fell asleep at 5 a.m. and woke up at 5 p.m. And I got 30 minutes of deep sleep. You know how pathetic that is? 30 minutes. No sleep, we ball. Can't.
I didn't get to tell you. Speaking of TikTok shop, we can give the props to the TikTok shop. I followed Mr. Global's advice. You know, he does the racket for those little 8-inch electric chainsaws all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I bought one.
Yeah.
Used it today. Fucker works great. It actually works really good for a $50 little electric chainsaw. It actually works really good. So thank you, TikTok shop, once again.
Someone says Trump is him. Are you like Epstein's best friend? What do you mean by him?
They're just respecting pronouns.
Nice too. You know what, W?
We can call it that. We can call it that. You know, I saw a TikTok the other day, made me laugh my ass off. So next time some guy's talking about being an alpha, just sit there and ask him, really, is that a free thing? Make them think twice. Got to keep them on their toes.
Oh, guys. Oh. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. No. Got that alpha subscription. By the way, chat, if you guys want to support the stream, actually don't even do it on this account. Wait till I get on my other account. But you can become a super fan on my main account. And that's one of the best ways to support me. Otherwise, you can do a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and I will read your message aloud. And if you're on YouTube, you can do a super chat. And anything over $5, it will do text to speech. It will read aloud your message, minus any slurs.
Advocates in the box. Oh, did he dip?
He did. Oh,
there he is.
I like the new shape of the boxes. I like it.
I do too. I dig it. I like the longer ones.
Thomas Massey will save America and Ron Paul.
I will say, if you're looking for a rebel, if you're looking for somebody who's actually against the machine and the bureaucracy, Thomas Massey is that guy on the right. Not Trump. Even though you should never vote Republican.
Pull my background out. I haven't done that in a while.
That's pretty dope.
Hey, you remember Olive?
Yeah.
She actually made this for me.
Nice.
Forever ago.
He sucks, but like less. Yeah, exactly, Ursa. He voted with Trump 90% of the time, but when it came down to like things that matter, like really matter, he stood 10 toes down. and did political suicide.
Massey was still a constitutionalist in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give him credit for that.
He did a Christmas card with him and his family eating 15s. Okay. Still, I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying if you want someone who's actually like doing the thing Trump claims to be doing, kind of him. Kind of.
Right.
Also, my phone line is on, y'all. If you're on YouTube and you want to debate, you're welcome to call this phone number right here. I made it really easy for you to remember.
You know, with 246 people in here, we only got 15 shares. Let's get some shares up on there, too. Not just the likes, let's get some shares. Those shares really help us get on the FYP.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Because I kind of don't hate him. He's just a regressive Republican from the early 2000s. He's like just as incorrect as they were in 2000s, not as egregiously as much as they are now. That's about it.
You know, I'll tell you a Republican I kind of miss is Ben Sass.
I don't even know who that is.
Ben Sass was one of our representatives during Trump's first administration. Heavily against him. Good guy, very moderate. You know, he was very... Ben Sass is more of a neocon. You know, he's more the Reagan-type Republican.
Adam Kinzinger. Liz Cheney.
Kinzinger, yep. Cheney.
Both.
I mean, again, Liz Cheney was not... You know, I would never agree with over, 75% of her votes.
Yeah.
But, you know, at least she stood on the Constitution. She stood on the country.
Yeah.
See, I mean, yeah. I may not agree with a lot of conservative values at this point in my life. But if they're at least staying within the boundaries of the Constitution and halfway doing their job, I can disagree with them, but I'm not going to sit there and say, no, these people should not even be in their offices. That's not the way that works. Those people are in their offices because the voters put them there.
I'm so sorry. Somebody was in the request box. I accidentally kicked you. You're welcome to try back. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
No, but do you play fantasy football?
I don't.
Oh, all right. That's all.
Sorry, man. Hello.
Yo, I just want to say Trump sucks.
W. Those are the people there. Oh yeah, you guys wanted a bigger picture of Pickles.
Oh yeah, you hit 80K. Thanks, everybody.
And she gets a treat.
Oh yeah, good call, Zilla. Good call. If you're in Central, then yeah, all your good things just reset. Like, sending the heart me, adding a comment to the comments, so you can get your XP points or whatever the hell they are.
You better eat that tree, Pickles.
She says, I'm not a performing monkey, Dad.
Good girl. Good girl.
Fondly, I will say yes. I think fondly of John McCain, but you know who else I think fondly of is Mitt fucking Romney.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few guys in the leftist spaces at all that did not vote for Obama either term. I voted for Romney, and then I voted for McCain. And I talk about that one all the time. That's when the Republican Party died, in my opinion. Was we got to see John McCain talking at a town hall to a woman who said that Obama was Muslim. And he looked her straight in the face. He's like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. He's a good God-fearing Christian just like I am. We both want the same thing. We just have different ways of doing things. That's why I voted for him that election. And the vitriol he got from the Republican Party over it. The amount of people that turned away from him.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of those elections. Obama didn't win. McCain lost. And it was specifically because of that attitude. But that was the Republican Party I thought I was growing up in. Yeah, I'll say Sarah Palin had a lot to do with that too. Yeah. Oh my God, that woman. I can see Russia from my back porch. I remember that. But that's what started the crazy. And look at how they reacted to her. Look at how the Republican Party reacted to her insanity. And then we get Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. Seriously? We get Trump.
You love animals, you're a Democrat. It's so true. Like, I'm not vegan, but I don't make fun of vegans, at least not to the degree that the right does. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
No, but I don't. I like his ideologies.
Does he even have any that he's telling the truth on? Like, which ones?
Abortion.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's crazy how far right people will vote for the sake of abortion.
I will.
Yeah, like, would you vote Hitler or Mussolini for abortion?
No.
Why not?
Well, it's different. Like, it's like incomparable. Like the Holocaust to abortion for like 4 years.
Are you saying like the Holocaust because of the 12 million people who died?
Well, I think abortion, like, overall, like, historically is worse than the Holocaust. But
Yeah,
in
but
a
you're
span
saying
of
4
over
years.
In a span of over 4 years now.
So.
Not actually. Wait. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll vote Hitler. Sure.
You would.
Yeah, sure.
Why?
If you got rid of abortion completely, though.
You got to be a troll.
No.
Yeah.
Are you over 18?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I mean, no offense. Look at your.
Can I make an
Pickles,
argument?
hold on a second. Are you looking at his name right now?
Yeah, it's from like One Piece.
And his profile picture. Do you have... Okay. Are you just like following a fad and have never watched the fucking show? I'm taking it?
I'm on like episode 1000 something.
Yeah. Nami's boyfriend. The woman who embodies female independence.
Yeah, she's bad.
And autonomy. Because she was enslaved, my guy.
Yeah, but she's bad.
And you're gonna hold that value. And go against that entire show and what it represents. And her entire character and what it represents.
She's just like low-key bad as hell.
Yeah, because she's an independent woman that gets to make her own choices.
Is that why she's bad, though?
Yeah.
No.
That's exactly why she's badass.
No, like she's bad, like she's like hot.
Dude, do you get aroused at cartoon characters?
Yes.
Then you might be a little too young for this conversation.
Why?
I literally just explained it.
Can I make an argument?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm reading off something that I made, okay?
What was that?
I'm reading off something I made.
Okay.
Okay, premise 1 is life begins at conception. Premise 2 is every human being has a fundamental right to live. Premise 3, a human zygote, embryo, or fetus is a human being with distinct DNA. In conclusion, this is my first conclusion. Therefore,
P3.
What?
All right.
I do not grant P3.
Yeah. Do you think that somebody who's brain dead has a right to live?
Okay, I can explain that. So, according to, what does that say? The Uniform Determination of Death Act, brain dead people are considered dead when they're brain dead.
You're just appealing to the law. What do you think? Why do you think that they're dead?
The law.
Okay,
There's
why
also
does the law say that?
There's also a biological source I can show.
Okay, no. Why does the law say that they're dead when their brain is dead?
That's a Uniform Determination of Death Act.
Can you speak
Yeah,
without...
but that's an appeal to
Because
legality.
they're never going to be conscious again.
That's still an appeal to legality.
Neither
You
will
haven't made
somebody
an
who's
argument for that.
Neither who's somebody who's
Okay, do you want me to
aborted.
appeal to biology?
I'm sorry?
I think it's like science, scientifically. Do you want me to appeal to science?
Yeah, but you're appealing to the law.
Yeah, I can also appeal to biology, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fine, and that's what I'm making you hold to. So when I say that what you're saying is someone dies when their sentience is gone and they have no future experience ahead of them, wouldn't the same be true for a zygote or a fetus if you aborted them? And isn't it true for literally 1/4?
Wait, you're saying if they aborted them, then you're saying they aborted them, they don't have a conscience anymore?
They don't have a future conscious experience, right?
Yeah, if they abort them, that's why abortion is wrong.
Correct. Why is it wrong if it eliminates that future experience?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
is
that
it
conscious
wrong?
experience never existed in the first place. You're not preserving anything.
Why?
What do you mean why?
It
That's
just
how-
didn't exist.
Yeah, that's how biology
Yeah.
works.
Well, it will.
That's biology. I mean, if you're going to appeal to biology, then you have to follow biology.
You're saying a
The brain
zygote
at that
before
point is not
abortion,
developed.
it won't become a human?
No, I'm saying it hasn't yet. And
Yeah.
part of the reason why I would
It can
not, which is part of the reason why I would not grant premise 2 or 3, because you haven't defined what a human being is. A human is an individual life form with human DNA. That's a human.
Yeah.
But a human being has a sense of consciousness and self-awareness and identity.
Yeah, human.
And that is not in a zygote at all. So if you want to change your premises, then premise 3 no longer functions.
Okay,
Because
let's
just
say-
because it's a
let's say
human, again,
a
just like
human-
what Pickles is talking about, a brain dead human is still a human.
Hey, real quick,
A comatose human is still a human.
What's your birthday, dude?
2003, September 27th.
2003. How old does that make you?
22.
No.
September hasn't begun yet. I'm almost 23.
No, I think you'd be 24, bro.
No. Yo, yo, bro. Yo, do the math, bro. It's not that hard.
Dude, you look 12, bro.
Why?
I mean, I shouldn't. No.
He was right. I mean, the math checked out.
Oh.
But
5'10", almost 16 is what his profile says. Should I blast HGH? No, you shouldn't. Jesus Christ.
I mean, realistically, as far as his premises were concerned, that was the biggest hole in it. Because if you're going to define it as a human being, you have to recognize that there is an addition of being to that word. If you're going to reduce it down to just human to eliminate that problem, then you have another problem because you encompass the people that Pickles was talking about. People that are, brain dead, or people that are comatose that are probably not going to come out of it. You can't have it both ways. You can't dip from one and not the other.
Guys, we're looking for Trump supporters. If you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. We are looking for MAGA. MAGA is dying. If you find yourself hesitant to come up, ask yourself why. And it's probably because Trump is indefensible. He is hard to defend.
I tell you what, over the last year being in this area, Facebook posts have just died.
Yeah.
None of them have anything to do with this, the state of the country or the president or anything anymore.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
I voted for him, yeah.
Why do you like Trump?
Because he triggers the left, and I hate the left more than anything in this world, basically.
Why do you hate the left?
Because they've ruined everything. They've ruined male spaces. They're trying to demonize male sexuality, heterosexuality specifically. They're ruining anime. They've ruined video games. They ruin the country. It's sort of like a continuous cycle of ruination. I really don't like it.
I think the right ruined it for you. So, like, I enjoy all of these things. I think they're totally fine. It reminds me a lot of, like, Hitler's Germany, where there was, like, a right and a wrong way to do art. And I feel like this is what you're espousing. You're like, oh, art isn't good unless you do this exact thing where, blackwashing characters and casting or putting gay people in it is wrong. When it is the very essence of art, being unique, being the outlier, that makes it great.
What about that? Okay, where are you going with that?
I'm just saying you're falling for fascism.
I'm falling for fascism, really,
Yeah.
because I don't like the trajectory of culture in this country, or
yes. Yeah, if you want to legislate the culture, you're definitely you're Orwellian as fuck.
I'm not legislating the culture. What are you talking? Did I ever mention that? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, you're listing all of these cultural things that you don't like, and you're voting away, in a way to like counterbalance it. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That's true. Yes, I'm voting in a way to counterbalance cultural trends.
And how do they do that
find
without writing legislation?
They do that by demoralizing their political enemies, which is what Trump does in some sense. Okay, when he gets in power and then the left is in shambles and they're scrambling to figure out what the next move is, it demoralizes them. These people are exposed for who they are then.
In shambles, I would say, if anything, he energizes the left base, because every time he gets into power, he loses it. He gets voted into a majority Democrat House. He gets voted into a majority Democrat system because people get sick and tired of looking at him fucking everything up.
Yeah.
And they say, all right, we need a checks and balance on this shit.
Like he's somehow sold you a problem that doesn't exist and he's pretending to fix it. And now we see it like in every measurable way he's failing. And it's laughable. And if the only thing you have left is this cultural thing that you don't like, then I think it's a you problem. Like you could easily escape that and think your way out of that, but you can't do any legislation. I'm sorry. And if your entire political identity is hurting another like half of the country, that's also it just aims to me that fascism is what you want because if a leader's sole purpose for you is to get the enemy within, you've been sold a lie.
Don't
You're
give me that.
anti-American.
Don't give me that. The left understands the friend enemy distinction more than anyone does, actually, and they play to
What does that
win.
mean? No, we don't. We
Yeah,
always
it does.
perform better. We don't just play to win.
No, that's not at all. I mean, but
And economically, we do. We perform better 1,000 times over. Foreign affairs, we perform better 1,000 times over.
I mean, wokeism largely imploded because of the excesses of it got on people's nerves, and
I don't think so. Like Odyssey, the highest grossing movie of all time, $1.3 billion in the box office. Very woke.
Which one?
Same thing with Marvel.
I'm sorry, what was
Same
it
thing
called?
with Marvel. Yeah.
Wait, what movie is it? What are you talking about?
You've never heard of the Odyssey?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah. If you want to call it a woke movie, that's fine. Whatever.
It is. You guys are crying all the time.
I know. I saw Matt Walsh say some inane things about it. I don't really care about that. I mean, it doesn't. That doesn't matter to me.
I was standing outside the movie theater and I had fucking bitches, bitching, crying, baby back bitches of grown men talking about blackwashing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
just kind of, you might not care about it, but it just kind of goes against the point you literally just tried to make that woke is going away. If anything, woke is strengthening and moving
No,
forward.
I mean, BLM actually totally imploded.
It's leaving you behind. It's leaving you behind.
No, it's not. BLM totally imploded after 2021. Let's see. Trans ideology imploded after about 2024. Let's see. What else happened?
Nothing about
Dude,
that.
trans ideology has been around
The
forever.
abolished the police movement literally totally failed in the first 2 months.
Hey,
even though it
tell me
looked like
about the
there was a win.
DSA. How's that? What's the DSA's policies, man?
The DSA?
Aren't they abolishing the police? Aren't they talking about that and abolishing prisons and they're winning like most of their elections?
It's interesting. I mean, they just lost in
Florida?
Was it Wisconsin? Wisconsin and Hawaii. They lost in Hawaii. They lost in Wisconsin. Francesca Hong got. I think that's
Michigan or Wisconsin. Yeah.
yeah.
We won. They won in Florida.
lost.
They won in multiple other states. I think the majority of them they're winning. It's not gone, right? And it's also a fringe movement. I think that BLM is still around. The actual organization of BLM has problems. It's problematic, but the idea still stands. Racism is here, and it is targeting black people using the police force, using the justice system. It is all very true through data. It's undeniable. I'm sorry it's happening to you, but it's very much there. And for us to be aware of that is not bad, and it's not going away. It's just like saying your grandfather retiring to still using the N-word means that wokeism died. No, it's not. It's you are progressive compared to your grandparents, and I am progressive compared to you.
I'm not progressive in the slightest, actually.
Yeah, you use the N-word a lot, or
do you want? Are you just trying to get me banned off this chat, or
I'm not asking you to say it, but do you use it?
Yeah. Of course, I use it in my personal life. I don't have an issue with that. I see. I don't have this kind of like magic word mentality that you guys have, where like it makes you like a moral leper if you say this particular word that the black community says themselves all the time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Does.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, this is why people don't find this compelling anymore, frankly.
Because they can't say the N-word.
Well, no, it's just the idea that like there are serious issues in the world and in society. You're concerned about a word, right? You're concerned
That's
about
what
someone.
Y'all cry about.
Word.
Y'all cry about women can't be men, which is just a word. It's a made-up social construct. You cry about this bullshit all the time. Wokeism, BLM, all of it is just social construct. So, in fact, all of your political beliefs are literally identity politics. They're like social wedge issues that people came up with inside of a think tank to get your vote, and our side just basically just wants to protect these people.
Yeah, you engage in non-white identity politics or woke identity politics. You could call it that.
Those are not interchangeable. I don't know what that means.
I engage in white identity politics, which is the inverse. Okay.
Okay, what is white identity politics? What do you guys need saving from?
Like the total racial replacement of our population.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Are you planning on marrying a person of color?
Absolutely not.
Okay, then you're good for another generation. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't think
you hear me
there's going to
joking?
be some dynamic that like magically flips one day when we're not the majority, circa 2020 or 2040. I don't think that's going to happen. I think, in fact, racism and white privilege will still very much be around, even when we are somewhat of a minority in the country. But I think that you guys are just real bad at math. White people are still
white
growing.
supremacy with the tan, as CNN said, right?
I don't know, but it's probably just going to be...
That's an actual article, right?
Cool,
You
fun.
need to look it up. It's on CNN. Yeah.
Cool. You guys think everything's communism, socialism. Don't get started with me, but we can just look at South Africa. They still have all the white privilege in the world. In fact, in Korea, white people have fucking white privilege. Everywhere you can go on Earth, just about, white people have privilege.
Wow, it's almost like white people are high status. That's pretty wild, yeah.
Well, so you don't have anything to worry about, right? Like when you guys dip below 49%, you're going to be just fine, right?
Not at all, because the country is deteriorating.
The only thing you can measure that's deteriorating is Republican policy. So we're 40 trillion in debt. We have less welfare programs and social programs than ever before. We have less social mobility and economic mobility. We have less allies on the world. And all because someone convinced you that everybody's trying to trans and make your kids gay or something, and you guys fell for it.
I mean, China would not sign off on the total ethnic replacement of the Han Chinese population, would they?
I don't know what you're saying. We're not China, right? We're a totally different country. We're better than China.
I'm asking you, wait, can you just respond to the point? Would they sign off on it or not?
I don't think so, no. But
No, they wouldn't.
Do you want to be like
Racist?
China?
They're racist.
You want to be like China?
They're racist, right? Well, in a lot of ways, China's doing very well, actually. They seem to be on the ascent.
I mean, I agree, but you would be a leftist if you're talking in this sense.
Not really, actually. I mean,
Okay.
I'm firmly on the right.
Remember-
I do have a kind of admiration for the Chinese population.
Do you remember earlier when Pickle said that it was anti-American? What does it say on the Statue of Liberty? What does the plaque say?
What does it say? Tell me.
Bring us your
Do you not
poor,
know?
I actually don't know.
Bring us
Tell
your
me.
hungry, bring us your weak, you're tired.
Your huddled masses yearning to be free? That's American. That's an American value instilled in us so deeply that it has become a status symbol of our country. The fact that we welcome others into the country.
Okay.
That's the foundation of the country. So if you don't like that, if you don't want those people to be welcome here, to make this country great enough so that when they do get here, they say, you know what? My other country sucks. I admit that. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to help these people make this country great right alongside them. I'm going to work. I'm going to pay taxes. I'm going to take care of my family just like they do. But you don't want that. So you are, in fact, anti-American because that is an American ideology.
And Ferris, it means you need to assimilate, friend.
I saw all the remember all the riots, the ICE riots in LA last summer, and you had all these ethnic national groups of whatever else. They're flying foreign flags. They're flying foreign flags through the streets. They're burning the American flag. I know that they don't have any allegiance to this country. They're just looking to take over. It's very
That's not
obvious.
When you burn an American flag, that is freedom of speech, and you're anti-American if you're against burning American flags, right?
Okay, that's a really great point, man. You really got me there. Yeah.
I did.
Did people, when they immigrated to this country in the late 1800s and the early 1900s, did they bring their own flags or did they drop them at the door?
Largely, they actually surrendered their identities as previous.
No, not really.
Yeah, they did. They
Not really. I
assimilated
mean,
well, actually.
we literally have a university called Notre Dame. We have a lot of culture from those places that they brought here. and they were allowed to expand on that culture. They were allowed to incorporate that culture, and then we could all borrow from it. That's what this country is about borrowing other cultures, about taking the best parts of those cultures and incorporating them into our own. That's what this country is. But you don't like that.
It's not what this country is. It's not what it was when it started. And
that's exactly what it was when it started.
No, it's not. The country was explicitly founded for white people when it started. Okay, and this is very plainly stated in the 1790 Immigration and Naturalization Act. The founders were white nationalists. I don't know if you guys want.
What's your origin then? What's your ethnicity? Where do you stem from originally? Where did your ancestors come from?
Lithuania, Poland, Germany. I'm sort of a mutt. So I have a lot of
so
mixed. Yeah.
A big part of you wasn't considered white 100 years ago.
That's completely false.
What?
That's completely false.
They didn't consider Italians white. They didn't consider Spaniards white. You know that, right? Are you that uneducated?
And guess what? Yeah, there was inter-ethnic conflict and prejudices. Obviously, I agree with that.
Yeah, we grew past that.
Yes, within the European and we got better, and we got better because those cultures merged.
And you are very
because those
woke.
cultures did exactly what I just said.
You are very woke for accepting the new form of whiteness of today. You are very woke compared to our ancestors from the 1700s.
Not at all.
Yeah, you are. You believe in interracial marriage? You believe in women voting?
No, I don't believe in any of those things.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So you're trying to entrap me on some kind of liberal trash? What?
I mean, you believe in slavery?
No, I don't. I guess you could call me
you're progressive.
Yeah, you got me.
You're progressive.
I'm super progressive.
Do you believe in just like teaching women in school?
I'm ambivalent on it as of right now. I think there's some evidence to suggest it's bad in the long run, but
why is it bad in the long run?
Because the more highly educated that women become, the lower the fertility rates seem to go. Which is there seems to be a correlation between those two things.
Yeah, there is a huge correlation, but that doesn't mean that would be correct way to address it.
It might be because no other interventions are actually seem to be working, and we're going to have a population crisis on our hands in the near future if this isn't rectified.
If half of our country wasn't made of incels, we'd probably have more people reproducing.
Half of the country is incels? That sounds like a conspiracy theory to me. That sounds like something you read off of a crazy manosphere forum. I don't know.
I promise you, no woman hearing what you're saying right now is turned on.
We're having a debate. Why would anyone be turned on?
I don't think anybody would hear what your beliefs are on a first date and be like, that's my guy.
Wow, you think I'm going to just sort of let the cat out of the bag, so to speak, on the first date? You know,
I hope you don't coerce them into thinking you're normal.
Really coerce them? Gosh, I mean, my views are normal. It just depends on what time frame you're talking about, right?
If you want to be regressive, like 300 years, sure, but no, they're not normal today.
No, even like prior to like 1950, they were normal. Okay, so
no, not educating women was not normal in 1950.
All right, you got me on that point. On the racial stuff, on the immigration stuff, on a lot of the other stuff, I'm totally in line with the common views of the day on that.
Yeah.
They just didn't understand the issue with educating women in the 1940s or 50s because there wasn't really an issue at that point. I mean, we still had above replacement fertility rates, we had the baby boom, all that kind of stuff. Whereas now
we also had like a golden age of economics before Republicans fucked up the economy for all of us in 1980. It probably wasn't that big of a deal. If we had universal healthcare, we'd probably start having more babies.
We have open borders. We can't have universal healthcare. Sorry, you can choose one or the other. You know.
Sure, we can close the fuck out.
We had open borders then. We had immigration then.
Not nearly to the extent that it is today. So.
Not true. It was like way easier.
As a percentage of the population, it's about the same actually.
Way easier, and it was
in terms of illegal aliens coming in, all this other stuff. We're talking about tens of millions that are in the country at the very least. It could be much more than that.
Talking about proportions, population is different today than it used to be.
Yeah, undocumented population, I believe, is like 14 million right now.
That number was used in the year 2000. It's probably 3 times that, if not larger.
No, DHS still states it's around 14 million.
That's completely false. I mean,
people don't live forever.
Nearly 6 million
people tend to get old,
right?
and they die,
And they also
then they're not here no more.
Rates than Native American. Well, I'm sorry, not Native American, but you know what I mean. But actual
There you go.
American.
This is a 2024 DHS report. All right. In 2022, last known number was 10,900,000.
Those are. I'm sorry. Can you scroll over to the left, just so I can see what unauthorized immigrant population estimates by period of entry, 2018. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, like I said, I think that these numbers are totally bogus. So
you probably know way more than our Department of Homeland Security.
They're vastly underestimating the numbers. I mean, you have Greg Bovino says there's almost 100 million in the country.
Yeah,
So.
Greg Bovino is a fucking dumbass that hired a meth head to run his campaign.
Okay, I mean, you can say whatever you want about it.
I'm just saying the truth. That's literally true.
Yeah, that's known.
Oh, anyway. Why did the Libs railroad Graham Platter?
Because he had sexual misconduct allegations and
Okay, yeah, I mean,
vote those people into presidency.
Bogus nonsense, right?
No, whether it's bogus or not, we don't raise them into presidency. Their candidacy.
He was not.
Yeah, for fuck's sakes, Al Franken got ejected from the party for having a stupid photo. That even the person that was in the photo said it was a joke.
And it was corroborated. Thank you. Yeah. And thank you, Mandarade. Welcome, 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 everybody. Love y'all. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody from
Yes, thank you, Mandarators.
Yeah, we hold our people accountable. We don't take any chances. If you have any sort of sexual misconduct allegations, we don't like you anymore.
No, I think they construct the misconduct allegations to fit a certain narrative. Okay?
I think you'd have a lot of hoops to jump through to make that make sense, especially if screenshots from the person that was allegedly involved, like dated screenshots of their text messages.
Yeah, their text messages. I found her CNN interview to be wholly unconvincing, frankly. Then what kind of language did she use? She said it was that he's like careless with consent. Is that the type of statement that like someone who is graped by someone?
Yes.
Would they really? You know, you're brutally. If you one of the most brutal acts that someone can do to someone else, and you're going to say that someone is careless with consent. That's how loose your language is and soft your language is.
Rape doesn't always happen in the fucking same way you think. Like with brutal force. Sometimes it's not informed consent.
This is how the left ruins sex. By the way, you understand this?
Dog, you're never getting laid with these ideas. Don't tell us about sex.
What, you think the only way that you can have good sex is by having rape involved?
Again, you're just equivocating on the term rape, and it's just a stupid nonsense. You're going to make it out to be something. I mean, basically any male behavior that was considered to be normal up until 2015 is rape. Okay.
When we started respecting women, when we gave them bank accounts, when we passed a law in '93 to say that, hey, rape within a marriage is a thing. Yeah, that's so woke of us. That's when sexual relationships ended, when you couldn't just have your fucking way with women because they were somehow in a lower tier of society.
Ferris, let me ask, how many actual rape victims have you spoken with about their experiences?
I don't speak with rape victims, so I don't know.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Why?
Because there's a point of empathy. There's a point of understanding that you are completely fucking missing.
Again, most of this stuff is totally bogus. It's just a after-the-fact justification for their behavior. Okay, they don't like the sexual encounter, and then they say it's rape after the fact. Oh, how convenient.
I don't know. I've talked to a couple of men. That it happened to when they were about 15 years old by other men in their lives. 2 of them by religious leaders. Funny enough. But do you say that it was their actions that caused that to happen?
Okay, I'm not talking about male on male rape. Okay?
Oh, really? Because it's all the same, because it's still a violation of consent. It is a violation of a person's bodily
the problem
autonomy
is, yeah, I understand.
that you don't
Yeah.
apparently need to worry about.
You know what? Everything
And
is
you
a
think you're so
violation
self-fucking important that you think that your perspective is the only perspective. And that's why I say you need to talk to them, because you need to get another perspective other than your goddamn own.
Dude,
you are not that important.
No one engages in sex like this. Okay, there's such a thing as implied consent through body language and through demeanor.
No, there is not.
Yes, there is.
No, there is not.
Yes,
Consent is entirely.
or whatever is a nonsense.
Consent
concept.
is entirely.
Consent.
It is.
Yeah.
It is freely given. It is well informed.
I don't
it is
care about this
enthusiastic.
nonsense. Yeah. Okay. Drunk people can't consent to sex. Okay. Whatever. Right? Yeah. You get it. Okay.
Yeah. They can't. They can't. Yes.
Yeah,
Legally speaking, that is
who's
rape.
ever been drunk and had sex is a rapist thing. Give me a fucking break. You guys
Legally,
are
yes, they are.
Okay, you're
yes, they
insane.
are. If
No
they
one
did
would
not
go
have
along with
consent, yes.
Okay. So every dude on a college campus practically in a frat.
Holy shit. Holy shit. These are the guys that are out there. Watch your kids.
I'm sorry, y'all. I should have done it much earlier.
I have to agree 100% with a comment that I just saw inked. It's all men until it's no men.
All right, guys.
I know a lot of people might have hated him being up here for as long as he did, but as in the it's all men until it's no men, it is, as Pickle and I's, it's our responsibility. And this is our responsibility to show this.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, like, I literally have no one to talk to if we didn't platform some people like that. Sometimes I would literally just wouldn't. Sadly, this is the truth. Like, half our country is this way. Real quick shout out to Manivan for the $20 for having to deal with ghastly white supremacists. Thank you so much for the PayPal. And I think,
God, at this point, I almost wish we would have stayed on the white supremacist shit.
I know. I think the first person to start saying stuff like this, I think it was either Ben Shapiro or it was Charlie Kirk, when they were like crying about the new idea of like sexual assault. Like, do you think that you can just go kiss a woman without her consent? And is that sexual assault? Yes. Yes, that is sexual assault. And like you just like, I just remember seeing that video and like seeing a fucking forum of people crying like, yeah, we can't just go sexually assault people anymore. We're victims now. I can't grab my secretary's ass at work anymore. Hello, are you a Trump supporter? Oh, was it Crowder? Glad that was all captured. Yeah, that'll be clipped. Our Charlie Squirt. I love that. Chat, we're looking for Trump supporters. If you want to debate, hop in the box. I should have gone to bed about 45 minutes ago, but we keep getting a few callers, so I just missed a call. I'm gonna turn the phone line on right now, y'all. I've heard that dude a couple times. Yeah, that's not the first time we talked to him. That guy sucks, dude. That guy fucking sucks.
Call from
Brad Sexton. 1.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yep. I'm Brad Sexton, and yes, I'm a Trump supporter. Yes.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
Well, first of all, I want to mention is I have been on here before a couple of times in the past with you. So, yeah. And what do I like about Trump? Obviously, economics, immigration, and all kinds of things, and that's pretty much what I like about him. So, and he's done good things like salt deductions, the tax cuts, and
He's done away with salt deductions. Can you tell me a thing, like a macroeconomic indicator that's doing better than when Biden left office?
well, the first thing with Biden, like to tell you about Biden thing, like to be honest with you, like everybody's gonna try to say about complaints about the cost is a little high here and there, blah blah blah.
No, I'm asking
But
for
like,
any economic indicator. Just one, anything, like out of the spectrum of anything you can think of besides like, I don't even think you can point at the stock market right now.
no,
Even
I'm not pointing
actual
stock market.
the actual like economic macroeconomic indicators. Is there even one that's doing well?
I would say at least like, man, that's a good question. I'll get um. Maybe the only thing I'll point out to is at least like the wage. That's it, but not like in other statistics. No, not yet.
Wage?
At least wage. That's it.
Like real median wages?
Somewhat like that, but not to extent it's like high enough to like, yeah, not quite. So
Did you know that
and then
they're not
good.
going up as fast as they were under Biden, and mass deportation causes wages to go down?
Yeah, but yeah, I know that because I lived through that. So, and the plus with the whole Biden thing, the Inflation Reduction Act, people, I try to say this, and people, I know most Democrats are going to say, oh, that was actually pretty good, you know, and to be honest with you, like, maybe it was in blue states, probably, but in red states, it didn't help, honestly.
What are you talking about? What do you think it did?
It raised gas prices. It raised the cost.
How did it raise gas prices?
Because like during that time, which the Biden White House, they say, that inflation went up because of the whole Ukraine war when Russia invaded Ukraine, which I was under Biden, by the way, and then the other thing is because cause I lived through it because it was $4 to $5 in my state of Missouri.
No.
So high.
Can you just tell me like what part of the Inflation Reduction Act made gas prices go up? What do you think did that?
Because the reason why the reason why the Inflation Reduction Act raised costs because you raised high taxes, and then one and two.
No. How does that make
and
gas
then the
prices
rates go up? And when obviously you raise the energy prices up. That's part of you add high taxes to that. That's why I know.
No.
It happens.
There's
Yes, it does.
okay. The only thing that Biden did in the Inflation Reduction Act that was increasing of taxes was making you have a minimum tax rate, which was below the taxable rate. It's a 15% minimum tax rate for companies making 400K or more. It didn't, and that doesn't have an effect on gas. What did have an effect on gas was Trump's 2020 OPEC deal. It was 2 years long. That's what made gas prices skyrocket. He told Saudi Arabia to stop producing oil to the tune of 9.4 million barrels a day, which was just about how much we drill as a country back in that time period. I think we were around 10 or 11. He made an entire country turn off their fucking oil, which caused a shortage, a manufacturer's shortage, which caused gas prices to skyrocket, and he wanted them to skyrocket.
I hear you. And plus, at that time, and during 2020, when he was president at that time, when COVID was going on, gas prices were around like $2 to $3.
Yeah, because nobody was driving, and gas futures were negative
True.
$37 a barrel. So Trump bailed out his oil and gas people, and he he manufactured an increase in gas prices on purpose. He did that.
Well, and then you could say like, oh, you say maybe probably because the reason why you raise gas prices in other there's a lot of other ways of raising the costs and people like it's a mixture of everything. It's all microeconomics and all other things from other countries that who trade with us like for oil and all that stuff. Because you may know more than I do, but yeah, it's an influx of things. That's how I believe it. So
No, it was
I
mainly
still
because of Trump's 2020 OPEC Plus deal. It was 2 years long. It was very unconventional. OPEC deals are usually 6 months long. Hit it 2 years, so it went 2 years into Biden's presidency and increased gas prices, made them skyrocket. And the day that the deal was over, gas prices plummeted. And also, the Inflation Reduction Act invested. It was a monumental, the world's largest investment in climate change and renewable and alternative energies, which effectively makes gas prices go down because they have to compete with new types of energy.
So I hear what your point is, but it still didn't change the fact over that after the Inflation Reduction Act over the next 2 years, that no one didn't feel that way around like
I don't really care.
when
Like I know Trump that he went around and did rallies and tried to convince y'all that maybe something that wasn't true was true. I'm sure that he made people feel a certain way, but the data is undeniable, and the data says that every month after the Inflation Reduction Act was passed, inflation went down every single month, all the way down to 2.7%.
But yeah, I hear what he's saying on that. It didn't. That may be true or maybe not. But the way how people felt at that time didn't feel that way. And then 2 years later, then obviously the Democrats obviously did not do very well in 2024. That kind of is a little bit of a weird thing saying like, oh, the economy was good. So and people don't
Yeah,
look at that.
I know that not too many people on the right have any idea what they're talking about from the economy. I'm sorry. I mean, with all due respect, they literally don't. They really just don't, because they wouldn't vote Republican if they paid attention to the economy. There's literally no one reason to vote Republican if you like the economy. In fact, most economists aren't Republican. Like literally, I think it's like 90% of economists vote left because they're economists.
Yeah, maybe so, but those are the ones who the ones who think they know the economy well because they do all these numbers and all this stuff and statistics and all that and all that. But if you actually know the real feel about out here in middle of America, yeah, you probably should understand how people feel about it. So and they want to feel it. That's
Facts
how,
don't care
I
about
know
your
it's
feelings.
and I know it's and I know people don't care about the feelings and all that stuff, but trust me, people do actually do that because it's just the real thing. That's how people, like in elections, people feel it in real time. And it may sound stupid and all that, but people out here, they don't focus on the numbers. They just see what they have at the pump. That's how people feel.
Yeah, I
And they
know.
see it in
There was
store.
nothing at the pump that said, "Hey, Trump did this." You're right, but it's the truth.
Yeah, and hey, people, and that's why we make choices. That's why we have a democracy. That's why we make choices on our own. So to research these things or not. So, and the whole thing, like with the whole midterms, how are you feeling about the whole midterms? I need to ask you that question.
Republicans are going to get fucking destroyed. We have 31 special elections that have flipped blue in the past year and a half, and we have 0 that have flipped red. They're going to get fucking choke slammed and dicked down.
Okay. So Kev, I talk next. So, so I will say this about the Senate. The way I see it, I still you could say, oh, they may win, Democrats could win, all that stuff, but the way the map is, it's an uphill climb. So to be honest with you,
What?
and I think it is. And I'm being honest with you.
It's all what?
It's gonna be uphill climb for Democrats. To be honest with you.
There's no projections that say it's going to be uphill, especially for the House. The House we are going to be taking back without question.
Because no, I'm just doing by one. We're talking. I was asking about, like, let me rephrase my words. So I'm talking about the Senate as where we're seeing all these races. The way I see it, and I don't see how Democrats could win. You can see, people keep saying, "Oh, Troy Jackson's going to be could beat Susan Collins." I don't see that because he's attached to like Graham Plattner, which he kind of shot himself in the foot.
I don't think he's attached to Graham Plattner.
Yeah, well, it does in elections. People in Maine probably know that. So, and the other thing is, like in Texas, like an example, James Tallarico and Kim Paxton. I know you're in that state. Obviously, you're live in Dallas, correct?
Yeah, last time I saw, he had a 5-point lead on Ken Paxton. Ken Paxton is the most corrupt politician in America. He's like very rich off of a government salary, owns 15 homes. Recently, can't even explain why, but he pardoned
You're talking
a
about Kim Paxton,
child
right?
sex offender. A child.
You're talking about Kim Paxton.
No, I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ken Paxton.
Okay.
Ken Paxton pardoned a child sex offender straight out of prison. And also, they just made the green stuff illegal to the threat of a fucking felony. I don't think anybody wants more of regressive policy here in Texas. And also, fuck, I just lost it. He's been impeached by his own party. His own defense lawyer endorsed Tallarico, and he just was spotted in Paris with his fucking mistress in the middle of his divorce that he canceled.
Right. So yeah, the whole thing in his past, he dealt with 4 years ago, like 2022, and then getting impeached, which that was by the Texas State House, I think I remember correctly, and his own party obviously impeached him, right? And then he was on, and I think they were investigating him and all that stuff, and then later on, they say, oh, there were no evidence of that. And he wasn't really tried for that or guilty of that and all that stuff. That's what I heard from like outside of it, from like on some of the local news there. And then when it comes to the election with him being the senator in Texas, and I've seen polls down there and they say, oh, Tallarico's leading by 1 or 2 points, and the betting markets say, oh, he's like up 4, which, let's be honest, polls have been wrong a bunch of times, and I've seen.
And it's just wishful thinking.
And I think, to be bluntly honest with you, they're just way off in my opinion. Because pollsters screw this up every time. They don't poll the one group that usually in Texas is the rural areas. They always poll around like the suburbs and the urban areas, like literally, and then they don't count all the rural voters at all, even the ones in South Texas.
We can look at Polymarket, we can look at Cowshe, we can look at all these things. I don't know. I think that people who are just like, oh, think about Hillary Clinton's polls, and ignore like the vast ocean of polls that were mostly accurate.
Well, I know, but I don't want. I'm just saying, when I hear Democrats get overly cocky about it, you don't want to go get ahead of yourself and say, oh, okay, there's a possibility we could be wrong here. It could be.
Sure, they're not impervious. They're not infallible. But I'm just saying, like, if there's anything to go by, if there's anything at all we can use, it's a poll and basically the corruption from one side, and then James Tallarico, a fucking former pastor. I think he's a lawyer. Like, he is a fantastic option. There's nothing wrong with him, and I don't know, if they trick you into voting against him, then I feel sorry for you, but he's a great pick.
You may say he's a great pick, but his policies they will point at. They say, oh, kind of like air quotes, dirt on him, and the word like say, oh, he thinks God is a non-binary, which I've heard. That's what I heard I heard from
Alright.
people say about him.
Alright,
And
yeah,
then they say,
can you tell me what
oh,
makes
sorry,
God binary? What gender is God?
are you asking me my opinion about that?
Yeah.
He's male. That's it.
Oh, how do we know that?
He has, well, if you look at it, well, it's a spirit. Well, God's a spiritual thing. We all know that.
So
It's
wait, do
just
you
a
need to have
spirit.
genitals or chromosomes to be male or gametes?
Okay, so why when I say he's male? Because the way you look at it in pictures and books and Bibles,
The fuck
he
does
has a
God? I've never seen a
beard.
picture of God. What does God look like?
He's a spiritual thing. So
What?
God's spiritual. That's what it is, and it's and obviously it's Christian. So
He? I don't know why you're saying he. Why?
okay, so and I don't see any evidence saying he was non-binary or whatever. So didn't see no evidence of that. So
First of all, hold on. Yo, what's up, Santana? How you doing, bub?
Pickles, I'm good. Can he hear me?
He can't hear you. I still haven't fixed it.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
know how to fix it?
Yeah, I have people talking on TikTok and YouTube
are you
all the
asking me
time.
or
I need your fucking help, dude.
Well, you have
what
my
do you need help?
Discord, or like just hit me
All right. I used to have your
or
phone
never.
number. Can I get your phone number?
All right, you
Yeah,
talking about my phone
you
number?
should still have it.
You ready for that
I'll
kind of
send it to
commitment?
you.
All right.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
All right, girl.
Never mind. Then this guy is fucking useless. Stop being so nice, Pickle. Fuck this guy in this vocal fry. Tell him to like answer questions directly and address what you're saying. Fuck him.
You're right.
Okay.
My guest
I'll drop
said,
down
"Fuck
then.
you," and to answer my questions directly.
All right, I'll drop down.
All right, bro. Yeah, you should be honored. That was Santana. Anyway, you still there, guest?
Am I still there?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay, I'm right here. So yeah, I haven't gone. I was just waiting until you said to come back on.
No
So
worries. No worries.
okay, yeah. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, that's what I was trying to like I was trying to say is um like off that whole God and gender stuff, which I don't want to get into. Which I just that's what I saw and that's what I heard Republican ads and other people talked about. And that's all I heard about Tank Tower
It's just
Rico.
a silly social wage issue, dude. People got to be so gullible to be upset about something like that, man. It really is nothing. It really is a nothing burger. And that's not a
Oh, I
policy.
know.
It's not something you can write a policy on. He's not going to write a fucking policy that says God's non-binary. And even if he did, what the fuck would that do?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure people in. I hear what you're saying. It may sound stupid, yes, and that's true. And then, but if you're asking like the two choices, like 'cause I don't live down in Texas, and people in Texas, obviously I'm pretty sure you've seen the map. It's a Republican heavy
It's not a
state.
Republican state. There's millions more liberals than Republicans in Texas.
Well, I know I'm just saying, like maybe the big city centers, yes, like
Where people
Dallas,
are?
like yeah, the Dallas area, Houston, San Antonio, of all places.
Well,
Like or
land can't
even
vote. It's just people. People can.
yes, but you can't. But those big cities don't overrule the whole state. Like
But they pay for
the
the
rural
state.
areas.
They pay for the whole state. They better.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously the middle class does down there as well. And the way it's like you can't never ignore the rural areas because it's mostly Republican heavy area.
I don't.
Like
I
to be
don't think we
honest
need
with
DEI for Republicans. I thought you guys were against that.
you. No, I never wait. I didn't even say DEI.
But
Never said that.
that's what you're mentioning, though, right? Like you want some sort of equity for some person who lives out in the fucking boonies with 3 teeth that have their vote count more than somebody in the city.
No, everybody should vote. Everybody should vote. Like people in the city, rural, everybody should. It's not about right color, okay? And I don't know why you brought up color involved in that. So
I don't think I did.
you're like, well, you said DEI, which you think it's like against
DEI
black
is
people.
not
No,
only about race or color.
Well, the first thing, if you're trying to bring up the DEI stuff, which I think everybody should vote equally, if you're asking about the DEI stuff, blacks should vote, Hispanics, whites, and all others, all color.
All right, that's not what DEI is, bro.
Well, you just brought it up, so
yeah, DEI is also about gender. It's also about like disability. Also about just diversity in like class, income, all that things, all those things, widening the door and making people from all backgrounds have an equal opportunity. I don't know, in a workplace, whatever. But when we talk about like rural areas not being ruled by the cities, well, in fact, they absolutely are. If there's only a few people in those areas, their vote only counts once, and that's how it should be.
But like I said, it's just the way it works. It goes by county, and whoever wins the most county wins in that state, and they earn electoral votes, and then most of the time in that state it's mostly Republican for the president. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not for governor. Not for
governor. Well, no, governor and senate go by counties. That's the same thing. Because I've seen this before. It was like in my state, we go by counties that get elected for governor or even president or even senator. That's how it usually works. And then most of the time, yes, they have a lot of big city centers. We got the big 2 city centers in my state. Yeah, Kansas City, St. Louis.
In Texas, it's a direct majority.
True. That's true. And I'll give you that. That's true. And then do you see our state like blue in my state? No. It's like went 19% Republican. So in my state.
What state?
So Missouri.
Ooh. Yeah, there not much to brag about with Missouri, right?
Hey, nothing wrong with my state. We got a lot of farmers, and then a lot of some of you got unions in the suburbs. So, and we're interested. We're not a right to work state. We're pro union in our state. So, go look. I bet you could look that up. So we're not one of those right to work states. So, and I know Texas is one of those states down there, because I don't think they're very much pro union down there, aren't they?
No. Texas is regressive as fuck.
Yeah, I'm saying as a whole state. Are they a right to work state? Do they support unions like in a certain like in Dallas or some parts of it, like say in the suburbs, something like that?
Yeah, Missouri is mostly Republican. I know they rank really low in education. They rank really low in poverty, or high in poverty, I guess.
On
There's
the
nothing
education,
good about it.
So I looked at the education. It's like 30. That's not that bad at all. So it's actually like a lot higher than you think it is. If you want to talk about West Virginia, yeah, that's bad. Yes, I'll give you that. But Missouri is not in that bottom. It's like 30th or 31, somewhere around there. So, and then I agree. Is a mixed bag in my state? Yes. If you want to go about the cities, yes, that's the problem. That's why living's not the most equitable, but it's cheap on housing around here. So then, like anywhere else, California, New York.
They're 43rd in healthcare. They're 38th in quality of life. They're 44th in crime and corrections. Oof. Almost.
We did well. There's one thing we did make an expansion in our state in Missouri. That's the part of the healthcare we did. We expanded on healthcare. So because we voted that years ago, and I was one of those people who voted yes on that to expand it. So because we needed it. So
you got to stop being poor and voting red if you guys want stuff.
Well, that's not how people view the Republican Party. They view the Democrats the opposite way because they're not really well liked in my state. To be honest with you, if you ask people in farm areas, they will ask, "So what do you think of the Democrats?" They'll say, "Oh, they're corrupt and elitist." That's what they say.
Well, nobody accused Missouri of being very smart.
You can call us whatever, saying we're not smart or anything. Well, at least we have common sense, so that's what matters. And I know people say, "Oh, what's wrong with common sense?" Oh, that's just feelings or just jump to emotions and reactions in the moment. But no, it's just about real life and knowing about understanding real life in general, what's really going on. So that's just what common sense usually is. So
I don't know. I don't know. I think that's really subjective, and I think it's a cop out. If people voted,
you're right.
If people voted on results, you wouldn't vote Republican. It's like if Missouri's a bunch of farmers and Trump is absolutely fucked over farmers, like just really fucked them over, like 47% increase in bankruptcies. You'd think they wouldn't vote for Trump or Republicans, but they still will. That's not common sense.
Well, there, to your point, like you're talking about some of those like bailouts we had twice in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, right? If you could look that up.
And
then
last year.
And the second one, and last year, yes. Well, because I work on a ranch, I don't do soybeans, but we work with someone that does soybeans who knows this stuff. Like we have a neighbor down the street does this stuff, and I asked him about those bailouts, similar to what you were talking about. It has screwed farmers in some ways.
Yeah, Democrats paid for those, right?
And I asked him, okay, do you like Trump sending money to you, like say from the government, all that stuff? He said, yes, it helps us because it gives us more money. It helps us. If we didn't get money from the government, he said, we can't run anything.
I know. They rely on socialism, right?
That's part of it. That's just because
socialism money from blue states, blue cities.
And that's it's a pretty balancing act about on the business side, and then about if I can't get any help from like where we usually in our state with soybeans, which is the highest producing in Missouri, we have is soybeans, which we always rely on market like with China.
Those were the biggest victims of Trump, by the way. If anybody has farmed soybeans and they vote for Trump, I would never accuse them of common sense. Never accuse them of having any of that. Same thing with ranchers and farmers, right? Ranchers, especially right now, right? You guys are really getting fucked.
Well, not really. We got like out here, and and people are gonna think this is dumb, but for saying this, like sometimes we rely on because how I say it, because we got cattle out here, okay, and we buy cattle all the time. Even today, we bought some cattle, and sure the cow markets, like I don't know if I haven't checked it. I think it's okay, decent, good. I'll say okay. I'll say it's just getting better. But when it comes to our pastures and we're growing stuff, all that stuff, it's been pretty good this year, just in the sense about by weather, by pasture, by growing stuff. Yeah, it's been a mixed bag, but okay, I'll say that. So, in my opinion,
it's really bad. Trump
letting
Argentina to send in beef untariffed.
Oh, that part I'll give you that. Because, trust me, I didn't like that part about what we did last year with the whole Argentina. Just use American beef. and
Oh
meat.
my
That's
god,
it.
dude.
So
What has he done for y'all? What's good about what he's doing besides having to pay you guys for how bad he's fucking up?
mm, well, the only thing people only well, I heard people around here say it's just a cost. They just don't like. They don't think like. If you ask them about the economy, if I had to rate about the economy right now, about where I'm at right now, if I had to rate it, just to be bluntly honest with you, like a 1 through 10, like, you know what I'm saying?
Huh?
I would say, like, if everybody's opinion, I think it's around 6.5. Not great. It's like above, but okay. Just like
If it's
average.
six and a
Near
half
to the
now, it was like maybe an 8 when Biden left, right?
no, not what people see. If I ask people about that, about what Biden, they would think it was a 4 or a 3. That's
No,
how they would
I'm
feel.
not asking what people feel. I'm just asking what the economy, like the metrics, would say.
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. You know more of that than I do. So
Yeah, it would definitely rank higher than now. It doesn't really matter how much Trump has convinced you to cry about the economy. It just matters what the numbers say.
well, and usually the numbers don't mean like I understand people are going to look at the numbers and say, oh, but do they really sample people like out here?
They're not
Actually,
sampling people. This isn't about polling people. This is about like, hey, is real wages, real median wage growth up? Is the GDP growth up? Is like there's a thousand
part, yeah.
things, and none of is inflation up? Is jobs are jobs up? Is unemployment up? And all of those questions have bad answers right now. Really bad for you. It's not about how you ask people what their fucking feelings are, man.
That's usually how that's happened in every election. Everybody says about in the moment. That's how you
Yeah, I
usually
know.
do. So.
It's the thing that it's the disconnect from reality. So your reactions, your feelings, don't really reflect the reality of the situation because you're probably just being told what to think by the media. If the media, like Fox News, purports on high gas prices 1,000 times in 1 month during Biden, you're probably going to cry about gas prices. But when they don't do that for Trump, when gas prices are just as high or higher, you're probably not going to
Well,
think that way.
if it was higher with Trump, why it would be at $5 to $6 already. But right now,
it's getting there. But I'm just saying, you guys have no problem with Trump increasing the gas prices, which have happened. This has happened. They're $1 higher on average right now since Trump entered office, and this was all optional, all because of Trump. Literally just because of Trump. Not because of pandemic, not because of Russia, because of Trump.
Well, yeah. Like, well, that if that was true or not, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it, so it didn't really. People didn't feel like that way. So, in my view, so
I don't do the numbers. Don't really care about like again. I don't care.
people just don't care about numbers. They just look at it and
Yeah.
say, "Why? What numbers don't bother me? It's just a paper on a sheet all day. Then no one doesn't care about that. Because I understand no one. Every Democrat will say, "Oh, why do I care about my constituents' feelings?" And
Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to care about what they feel, but we don't have a propaganda machine trying to convince people to be upbeat about high gas prices.
Right. Yeah. And then I don't know if you heard this about earlier today about did you hear about like the USA and the United States and Canada was close to a deal, but they kind of backed out of it. Did you hear about that earlier?
Yeah, because the insane demands Trump has laid out in front of them.
Yeah, I looked at those demands, and then they wanted more access and all that stuff. Which I don't know what's wrong with having access to it, doing that, because every country has access. Canada can have access to our stuff. We can have access to them. And then Canada said no, and then if I don't have the list what their demands were, but I don't know if they had did they have it online? Kind of what the demands were in that negotiation. If you're looking that up, so it'd be helpful.
President wanted. He wanted to restrict Canada's ability to strike independent trade deals with other countries. So
Right.
he wanted to curb Canada's ties to China, but I mean that's what happens when you fuck over Canada. They're gonna have to look for new trade partners that they can rely on. Trump is not reliable.
Well, I've heard some other things, like little things, kind of like items like liquor or other stuff, like the regular things like our both countries use, like for like food and all that stuff. Like, oh, you know, we pay a tax there and then or tariff there or whatever, and then honestly,
Yeah,
and I think
alcohol
that
bans.
yeah.
So because of Trump's disgusting actions towards Canada, they've done some stuff to protect themselves. And I mean, rightfully so. You can't just go around brute forcing your fucking way onto countries. You can't be a bully and throw around your body weight and expect everyone to just love you and bend a knee. And that's the approach Trump takes. And I don't know, man. If someone were to do that to you in real life with your farm, you'd
Right.
probably tell them to go fuck themselves, and you try to find someone else to trade with.
Hey, you make a fair point. You know, and I'm not trying to say to be honest, like the way I view on Trump on trade is okay. He's just trying to like in the words he says, looking out for the American people on trade and be more fair on trade. And do I get that from that viewpoint? Yes. There's certain things
Nothing has
and
gone
items
well
that,
for us in that sense. Not a single thing you can point to that is he's done that's better off right now.
and it will. The first thing is and then the part of the thing is I'll say like the tariffs on certain parts that I always I applaud him for is like on certain like all industries, certain things on this like parts here and there that kind of has benefited to try to have to get more business to come back here in the United States. It's the same thing how Mexico did, and why we didn't we lost certain manufacturing and got gutted throughout the 80s and the 90s, which a guy named I can name two presidents who kind of screwed that up, Reagan and Bill Clinton with a certain trade. Well, Bill Clinton had the NAFTA deal, which we all know that was a disaster, by the way. You know, yeah, it may have benefited farmers, but it hurt the manufacturers. So, you know, so that's just how it usually goes.
Yeah.
You know, because in
Sure.
farmers, yeah, we did.
Hindsight's 2020. Industrializing and doing free trade is something that also helps everybody out. So I think that Trump has no actual plan to make anything's better. If you look at the amount of manufacturing jobs since Trump has started all of this shit, they've gone down. They have nosedived. In manufacturing, private investment has also nosedived. So everything Trump has done has fucked us over in every way conceivable. There's nothing you can point to. There's not a single metric you can point to and be like, look what Trump did. Because he's not fucking doing anything that works.
Yeah, well, there was a guy up in Michigan. He went to Michigan. You know that rally? I think it was at some deal. I don't know if you pay attention to it, what he does at his rallies. You know, but he was at Michigan, and one of the oil workers off the site from one of the local Michigan news networks that asked him about the manufacturing there, and because he was an oil worker and all that stuff. He said, "It's improving, but it's slowly coming back and all this stuff." That's what he said. He's an oil worker, so if it's slowly coming back, okay, there's progress there, but
it's not.
If
you can read and read the data on this instead of ask your silly friend, it's not.
You don't think so, in your view?
No, in anybody's view that could read independent manufacturing investments, private manufacturing investments, it's not. This is tracked.
Yes, they track them, so it depends. So, and that's why you got brands, and that's why you got to get these certain, like, people say if you put tariffs on certain things, it could get certain, you get revenue back in certain ways, and then all that stuff. and all that. Like that's what I've heard.
Tariffs
And
tariffs might be okay at protecting some industries. Blanket tariffs are regressive.
right.
And you have to already be competing in an industry for a tariff to do fucking anything, and we're not. And like 99% of all the tariffs that we have in place, we're not competing with them. Trump wants them to lift dairy tariffs that hasn't even been used. They haven't even met the quota to make the tariff active in the years that we've had it. He's just making silly fucking demands and trying to put their dairy farmers at risk.
Yeah, well, that's it's kind of like a give and take in trade. That's just like, okay, certain industries help and some industries get hurt. That's just it doesn't just happen to us. It happens to every country when we trade with. That's just how. That's just the tough side of the business of it. So, and then the other I was gonna mention, like this is like I hear always like Democrats always mention these, like how they kind of view Republicans and say, oh, like, or Trump and say, oh, he's a fascist, and
he is,
and then why say he's a fascist in those terms? And I know I've heard Democrats say that these 14-point sayings about 14. What was that called? They
14
say
tenets
about
of fascism.
Yeah, which I don't know why people say that. Like if you're telling me what in the word fascism, like, trust me, I know this history pretty well. So we all know fascism came started from Mussolini, which back in the early 20s, and then of course then you got that nutcase from Adolf Hitler was, and the maniac he was, which we all know, and he copied that from Mussolini, the gestures, the salute, and all that BS stuff. I'm pretty sure you knew that, right? Correct?
I don't think he copied very much from Mussolini. No.
Why he's go look at the salute, go look at the pictures and then the videos. It's
the Roman
similar salute. Yeah, the Roman salute. Yes, correct. And when you try to say the comparisons about about Hitler and all that stuff, yes, he's the worst maniac on earth. He's the most. The guy should not. That guy is not even alive. Thank God. I'm telling you that. But when it comes to trying to compare to say, oh, the Republicans, like say they're fascists and Trump's a fascist, you can't. It doesn't ring together, because look at the government that Hitler was, right? Because it was controlled by the state. He controlled every industry. He controlled the education. He controlled properties.
Yeah. So here's some parallels. Trump is controlling all trade.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. So I mean, you're talking about things Trump is doing. He's controlling education. He is trying to he is suing multiple universities to bend a political knee to him. He is injecting Bibles into schools. He's deleting the Department of Education, or defunding it and gutting it. And I got a fucking woman that runs the fucking WWE in charge of it, who doesn't know what the fuck even AI is. Trump's got his own personal army.
I would say, go ahead.
Listen, somebody just paid to kick you. All right, you're gonna have to call back some other time, okay?
Okay, so I'll call another time.
All right, man. Good night. W Georgia's in the chat. Georgia, thank you for the kick. I'm sorry to put y'all through this chat.
Thank you, forever paid.
Yes, that was Georgia. Everybody W Georgia right now in the chat. Everybody on YouTube. Everybody, I need to see 1,000 of them. Beverly, thank you for the $5. Is there an off button? Thank you, Beverly. And also, Catherine goes $1. Ask if he's drinking tonight. Someone said maybe they were called ableist for saying it. I've spoken to him a few times. I think maybe he was. This time he seemed a little slurry, and he's not usually that slurry. Yeah, chat. I think I'm just gonna stay on. If we keep getting phone calls, I'm gonna stay on. If you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. There was somebody in the box for a while. You're welcome to hop back in. If we don't get a phone call here in the next few minutes or request, I might take some sleepy pills and go right to bed. Hello, is this a Trump
Call
supporter?
from
Sandra Deeds.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter? Hello?
Oh, hello. Are you there?
Yeah, are you a Trump supporter?
I'm sorry, what? I can't hear you.
Are you a Trump supporter?
No, no, no.
Are you a
You
Republican?
know, no.
Okay, do you
No,
want to just say something really quick?
I just can't understand why people support Trump. And people are so against socialism. Some of the stuff that Trump is doing is socialistic.
I agree.
Bringing meat from another country is socialism. A lot of stuff, they're all worried about communism and socialism. What the hell's Trump doing?
I think he just praised one of the world's most I'm sorry. He just praised Kim Jong-un. Isn't he communist?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People are so worried about socialism and all this other stuff, yet Trump can run all over them, not give them a damn dime, put the money in his pockets, and that's all okay.
It's true. Well, hey, I just missed a phone call from a potential debate, so I'm going to let you go, but I appreciate you calling up.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime. Yeah, and he shafted South Korea. Like, he lets his fifis dictate really important things. Geopolitical affairs. Like, depending on what mood he's in, we could ruin the entire relationship with another country. The meat was for wild horses. I keep seeing that wasn't necessarily like a new thing. I think he accelerated it. But I don't want to be as bad as MAGA with misinformation, so I want to give you guys like a little bit of the reality surrounding that. I don't know if that was super new. The Bureau of Land Management has been doing that for a while. Horses don't even... No, we're talking about people eating horses. Which is gross. Unless this guy's helping you fall asleep like the rest of the chat. Thank you, Georgia, so much, by the way, for the kick again. Yeah, they're eating them. Well, they're selling them off for like 25 bucks a pop, which is fucking insane. And there's a lot of like meat companies that are buying them for slaughter. Is where most of them are getting them. Because it's, I mean, it's a big commitment to have a whole horse. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
I like the fact that he helps the military veterans and, yeah. He is pro-military.
How do you feel about those people on the USS Abraham Lincoln that are under the poor conditions and the longest leave that I think we've ever seen?
Really?
Yeah, and they also fired the editor of one of the military journals, like the chief editor, for reporting on it.
For reporting on what?
On the USS Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, what happened there? Go ahead. I'm
They
waiting.
were deployed for 250 plus days.
Oh, 250 days.
Yeah.
You mean the average time of a deployment? Oh no.
On a ship? You're gonna stick by that?
Yes.
All right, we're fast
They
checking
get
it right
regular. Go ahead. They get regular drops in between.
That's not
especially on
happening.
aircraft carriers.
That's not happening.
Oh, that's not happening. That's not happening. You know that.
Yes, most of the bases that were responsible for
You
doing
know,
those drops.
so you know that's not happening. Wait,
Yes.
hold on.
Most
I
of the
just
bases,
want to make sure.
Yes, because most of the bases were destroyed by Iran that were supposed to be responsible for that. Yes. And they didn't want to report on it because Pete Hegseth is a bitch and can't be transparent.
You are.
Yeah, it was
probably-
without landfall.
You don't need to go to. What do you? Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? They don't need to go to land to get resources. Are you?
No, not to get resources, for the crew to get a little R&R.
So the average
For the crew to be able to.
The standard
mean-
deployment
wait,
is
hold on.
6 months,
Hold on,
which is
hold on.
180 days. Is it 180 days less or more than 250, friend?
That's a standard deployment.
No, that's not.
That doesn't. You just said that's a standard.
Yeah. You routinely extend to 7 to 9 months or longer based on global operation demands, but they
7
haven't
to 9.
serviced.
You extend it 7 to 9 months. What is
Yes.
180 days extended 7 to 9 months? What is that?
It's 9 months times 30, 270 days.
Oh,
that's the very longest, right? Without any sort of re-ups from
Well,
bases?
actually, that's not at all the longest. But also, it's not without resources coming in.
Yeah,
Do you
is that why they
not
were
know
rationing their
that
food?
they have? Everybody rations their food. What are you talking about?
To this degree?
The entirety of the military will ration their food. They take whatever food they have and they say, hey, we have this many troops and we're going to ration it at this amount.
I get
This
that.
is what you get.
The severity of the rationing is what
Oh,
we're talking
okay.
about.
Okay,
You seen
so
the
tell
plates
me
of
what
food
about
there?
that?
Yeah, have you seen what they've been having to eat because they're not
I
getting
have, and I've had
resources from
less.
bases?
Yeah, no, I mean there are reports of sailors that were
You
requesting
do
specialty
realize-
items. Hold on a second. There are reports of sailors that were requesting specialty items from family members in January that didn't receive them until July. So if they have a
You do know
constant
there-
stream of supplies and resources, why weren't they getting their mail?
If you've ever been on a ship, you would know that there is a commissary.
Which was not being
And-
was not open, right?
Whoa, it wasn't? Why didn't they show any pictures of that? That seems kind of weird, doesn't
Show
it?
pictures of a closed commissary?
Yeah.
No, they did report on
Why
it.
wouldn't?
They reported on it, yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Let's see that. Go ahead, bring up that report. Not gonna find it.
It was heavily restricted, suffered severe shortages, purchase limits. Due to supply chain issues in the war, commissary was forced to limit purchases per service member to stretch available stock. Empty shelves, multiple families
Oh.
reported that the store frequently ran out of basic hygiene supplies, leaving sailors unable to buy toothpaste, soap, or deodorant. Because supplies were slow and demand was high, sailors reportedly had to stand in line for an hour or more just to get inside the ship's store. Underlying cause was temporary stabilization gap in the Navy's adjustment supply lines, which is what I was talking about when we talk about the 18 bases that
That's-
were destroyed that Pete
that's
Hegseth
common.
did not want to tell anyone about, that our European allies had to report
That's
on. by
all
using-
common.
That's not common either. It's common for us to not report on bases that were destroyed.
No, it's all common for there to be lines and them to run out, so they have to go back into the deck to get resources that they have, or to have resources come to them. You guys don't understand that there are many boats that actually go to these aircraft carriers and resupply.
Breakdown: this severe is not common for a standard U.S. Navy deployment. While minor inconveniences are routine, extreme conditions supporting the U.S. Abraham Lincoln were a result of rare logistical failure compounded by active warfare. This distinction between standard deployments and situation on Lincoln highlights why conditions occurred. So plumbing infrastructure failures, broken toilets, temporary plumbing issues were actually quite common. For example, the Navy's newest $13 billion aircraft, General Ford, was suffered chronic sewage and vacuum toilet breakdowns for years. But there were fresh food exhaustion, running out of fresh milk, salads, fruit. Is expected towards the end of a long stretch at sea, but ships then pivot to frozen and canned food. But we didn't have that.
Obviously, you're going to run out of
we have the
fresh
logistical
milk
perfect
and,
storm.
you know,
early in the war with Iran,
you're going to run out of
U.S. Navy logistics hub was damaged and knocked out of order. The naval support activity of Bahrain. Dangerous
So what they
resupply
said
corridors.
was that you're going to run out of perishable foods, not condensed or anything like that. You're
Also
going to
said
run out
was
of
that these
perishable
shortages
foods.
were not normal. What they also said was that these shortages were not normal.
Yeah, this is big cope, dude. This is big cope from you, and this is you saying in the
Well,
same breath
I've
that
been
Trump
there
treats our people
in-
good, and at the same time you're like, they need to toughen up.
Well, I've been on these ships
I don't give
myself.
a fuck, dude.
Hey, I don't give a fuck, dude. You had to deal with that, but these guys, they shouldn't have to.
Yeah, apparently
Right.
it's not normal to go through. You unlikely went through what they went through.
Okay. Well, I hope you actually do a little bit more research and realize
That's
that they still have food. Nobody's running out of food on those ships. Nobody.
They were eating barely anything, bud. In
They were eating
in a very rare type of shortage. All right, this is not a shortage like you've seen. Likely, this is a very rare instance of Trump and his insane Department of War secretary, who's not
No, you
qualified
just
at
have
all.
no idea what you're actually talking about. That's what I'm getting at.
Sure, but the Navy or the military reporters do, and that's what I'm reading.
The military reporters who have never been in the military or
No, these
have
people
never
are
reported
military.
on the military.
They are military.
No,
Wait,
no.
what branch?
the person-
What branch of
go
the
ahead,
military
go ahead.
were you in, Zombie?
Which one?
Zombie. What branch of
Marines.
the military were you in?
Marines.
Then why do you call a ship a boat?
I didn't call it a boat.
What's
What
a
are
boat?
you talking about?
You've said the word boat several. What's a boat?
Never said a boat.
Boats are submarines.
Okay. Never said a boat.
Yeah, you did.
Really?
Yeah, like 3 times.
Okay. When did I say a boat?
You said they had several boats going to and from the aircraft carrier, for one. You called the aircraft carrier a boat once.
So Max Lederer, a veteran,
Yeah,
served his country
that's
for 40
not-
years. Shut your cockhole. For 40 years as a former U.S. Army officer and a civilian employee for Stars and Stripes. He was sent a termination letter by Trump's fuckface administration, but he was a 40-year veteran. How many years did you serve, Zombie?
5. I'm sorry, is that supposed to be a...
You said they've never served?
Who?
Yeah, when you were talking about the journalists that reported on it.
The journalist that was fired, who reported on this, was a 40-year veteran and was fired for reporting the horrible conditions.
Just because you're a veteran doesn't mean that you've actually like served overseas or done anything. What do you think we call pokes? Come on, man. You gotta be.
This is a hard cope, man.
Oh man, let's see his
Hard
career.
cope.
Let's see his career.
So somebody who's never been overseas, who just said, "Oh yeah, this guy said something," is supposed to be credible.
You're just making up the fact that he's never been overseas. We're gonna check right now.
See, the difference
he was
is
overseas multiple times during his military career. Hold on, shut your fucking mouth.
Hold on. Yeah, keep reading.
He was in the Gulf War. He's in South Korea. He's in Germany.
Come on. Show us where.
What do you mean where? I just said where.
In any combat zones?
Yes, Kuwait.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yes, I was in Kuwait. I was in Iraq. What do you? That doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
It doesn't mean you're in a combat zone.
He did it during
There's
Operation
a lot
Desert,
of parts
Desert Shield
of Iraq
and Desert
and Kuwait.
Was Desert Shield and Desert Storm combat?
It depends on where you were
Right.
during
You're just
that.
saying shit, dude. He's got more
Are you
deployments than you.
serious?
He's got far more deployments than you, dude.
Yes, a lot of people have more deployments than me, and they still didn't do anything. What's your point?
He served in active combat zones in Gulf War as a military
Yes.
officer.
I did not. I am not an officer.
I didn't say you were.
No, we're
The person
talking
who was
about the
fired
journalist.
was.
Yeah, the journalist.
What did you do?
That you said probably had no combat experience. Yes, he had combat experience. So he knew what the fuck he was talking about.
I got different. All right. Well, hold on. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong guy.
Max Lederer.
Hang on.
I don't think
What
you're.
is it? How do you
I think
spell
you're
it?
just talking out your cockhole for no reason.
No. I actually. Hold on. How do you spell it?
Lederer.
Lederer.
40-year veteran. The guy who's not. He's not qualified to be reporting on this at all, right?
Hang on.
This is funny.
Zombie, you got orange
Nah.
stuff, right? All around, like right here, in here, like orange. Imagine being fired for reporting.
Yeah, he's never had any combat experience.
It's right here on the
completely lying.
screen, dude. It's right here. High-risk areas: Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq. His primary duties were legal administration. Yeah, he wasn't frontline infantry, but he was in combat zones.
He was in a combat zone. Doesn't mean he was in combat. Oh my god.
Okay, are the people in USS Abraham in combat?
It depends. Were they shooting at people or getting shot at? Because he was
Blockade.
not.
Zombie.
Was not.
They're part of the blockade. They're far enough back to where they can launch planes. It's an aircraft carrier. They are out of the line of fire.
Hey, what does that mean?
God. That means they're not in combat.
That
You
means they're
schmuck.
not in combat. There you go. That means they're
So
not
your
in
entire
combat.
point
Are you
is
just
moot.
owning yourself right now? Like, I don't. What are you doing?
I literally
Thank you
said
for the
that
concession.
the entire time. He's
No,
never been
you
in combat.
did.
This
You
was my
were
point.
literally arguing the exact opposite. The whole time.
Why would I say that he was in combat when...
You said that he wouldn't know what was going on that ship because he doesn't understand what it's like to be in active combat. That was your entire point. But the people on the ship were not in active combat. So your entire point fell the fuck apart in front of you, and you don't even realize it.
So he didn't... Wait, so he wasn't in active combat and didn't know what the active combat was doing, seeing as how he was the photographer?
He was a lawyer.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Who the fuck said he was a photographer?
Are you drunk, zombie?
Well, your guy is a
Did you seriously just
photographer,
equate journalist
right?
for photographer?
Journalist is a photographer.
No. Journalists are investigative journalists. They go and talk
You're
to
an
people.
idiot.
Oh, bud.
The
Oh,
Marines
friendo.
call it a combat photographer. I'm sorry, but that's a journalist.
All right, he was in the army.
This is just funny as shit. I'm so tempted to use one of my 3 already, but this guy's just a train wreck. I can't take my eyes off. This is funny.
Can you prove me wrong?
We just did. Are you tracking this conversation, zombie?
How?
Oh my god.
Again, there are journalists that, yes, are photographers, but yet there are other journalists that write stories. They interview human beings. They talk to people. They get quotes. Those are journalists too.
A 40-year
Holy
veteran,
shit.
I guess a 5-year Marine needs to tell a 40-year veteran and sergeant and military officer what he's wrong about. Were you like an E7, E8, E6?
Me?
Or?
No, I was in E4, then I got busted down to an E2, and then I went back to an E3. But
Stop. Oh, shit. I'm kind of glad I didn't waste one on him. That was funny. I am going to get rich poor, though. One more time. Just one more time. I'm going to, as soon as he says, well, you kicked me last click.
Please do. Please do.
I will save one in the chamber.
Dude, it's 2 a.m. and all of y'all are drunk. I mean, I get it. It's Saturday, whatever. But I'm sober and it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. I feel like I'm taking fucking crazy pills.
I don't know. I've been gardening this whole time, so to me that was just funny as hell.
I wonder what it would like to be a high right now. That'd be so crazy.
Oh, it's so good. See, we've got one of those THCA places right in the same town that I work in. So I just pick up a couple things on my way home, a couple of pre-rolls, bring them home and break them up and put them in my glass piece so they last longer. I've heard. Oh, have you heard of a lot of these places selling THCP now?
No.
It bonds to your cannabinoids better, and it produces an insanely long high. The way the guy at the store described it to me was, let's just say that you go to bed at 10 o'clock and get up at 8. If you smoke before you go to bed, you'll probably still be high when you wake up.
God damn.
And it kind of scares me. It kind of scares me to try.
When I visited Skyla, I did edibles, and I'm on GLP-1s. So, like, an edible, I didn't know this. It lasted 2 days.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it just, like, kind of, it manages your digestion. So, like, it just, like, just barely, like, just gave me a drop of it, like, every hour or so. I was high all, what milligram? 400.
I take a half of one, and I am an all day, every day. Holy shit, that had to hurt.
And then we turned on.
Yeah, no.
We turned on Hereditary. It was wild.
It's because cannabinoids, when they bond in your body, if they don't go straight to your receptors, they bond to your fat cells. And GLP-1s are specifically made to regulate how your body produces and uses fat cells. And so that's why it works that way. It's kind of a nice little splash on top.
I was there. I slept a whole day after I came back.
I was at my sister's place a couple of months ago, and she was talking about having some of those infused drinks that have 5 and 6 milligrams. And she's like, yeah, man, these things they'll give you a nice little light head and they feel pretty good. And I looked at her and I just kind of giggled. And she looked at me and she's like, what's so funny? And I was like, sis, I take 210 milligrams in a gummy at work. And I function just fine. So I was like, yeah, your drinks are, you're lightweights. You're lightweights.
I remember my first beer.
But I don't drink alcohol, though.
Saturday night. Sunday morning. Sunday.
Yeah. Ooh, I get a little bit of excitement. Tuesday, me and my wife get new phones.
Oh, fuck, dude. I've been thinking about... Oscar was telling me for this, phone line thing. I might be able to just use my regular phone and put my SIM card in my Samsung. We'll see. I think Rash
Might work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got a pretty sweet deal on a couple of Pixel 10 XLs for $630 a pop.
Nice.
256 gig. And you can't pay me to get rid of a Pixel. I love the Pixels. This will be my 4th one.
New iPhone next month. That's right.
Yeah, the new 18's coming out. Supposed to be, I think, 4 of them, like there was with the 17. You're going to have a 18, 18 Pro, 18 Pro Max, and then an 18 Air. And then possibly 6 months later have an 18E. Like an economy version.
Yeah. I'm Team Apple, y'all. I'm sorry.
I'm Team Android. I can't deal with Apple as a company.
Yeah.
You gotta figure I'm into this industry. I gotta hear about their bullshit every fucking day. I'll say this. I remember a day back in the iPhone 6S days where Apple released a software package that if you had an aftermarket screen or battery installed on your phone, the sumbitch just quit working. And they never apologized for it. And yes, their phones do catch on fire. The iPhone 15s are actually really well known for it.
Oh damn, that's what I got.
It was something they ended up fixing in a software patch. It has to do with how they charge. Because when the 15s came out, it was, I think, like one out of every... God, what was it? It was like one out of every 16 or 17 was what the ratio came out to. Ended up going back in for warranty work because they'd get hot as shit when they charged.
Chat.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like fixing them.
If you haven't followed the stream, we do these debates all the time. And this is not my main account, so you might think you're following me, but maybe you haven't. If you see this plus sign, tap it. My phones have something going on with IDF, right? Ooh, I don't like that.
See, I don't like a company that serializes parts and makes certain things not work if you replace it with an aftermarket or if you replace it yourself.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Google gained my love when the 6s came out because the behind the screen thumbprint sensors, if you didn't take the original off when you buy a new screen, you know, sometimes they come with them.
Yeah.
If you installed that, the thumbprint sensor won't work because it is a serialized part for security.
Yeah.
Well, what Google turned around and did was they created a website you can go to calibrate your thumbprint sensor. It's literally a 5-step procedure. You start your phone into fast boot mode, plug it into the computer, you click a button, and the damn thing calibrates for you. It's the only company I know of that has supported the DIY community to that extent.
That's dope.
And I will absolutely give my kudos to them for that. Google actually really supports the user more than they support their own pocket in a lot of ways. I like that they actually allow for your phone. You can replace the version of Android that's on it without voiding the warranty on a Pixel. If I want to download my own ROM of Android that I created myself, it doesn't void the warranty on the hardware.
That's nice.
Yeah. Can't get that with Apple. They scream and bitch every time you even try to change anything.
By the way, I'm gonna give a shout out to Beth. I don't know if Beth's here right now. Beth bought me a new gym bag, and I love it. And I want to show you guys my new gym bag. Look at that. Look at that. It's nice.
Nice.
And it's got a look at that buckle.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. It's a little 9-ounce.
That ain't gonna break in 6 months.
Yeah, this is nice. It's nice.
That's even something, I mean, if you wanted to take a little trip on the scooter, you could throw, you know, wallet and personal items and stuff like that in there if you needed to go across town. A couple bottles of water and stuff.
Yeah. Someone said it's a good color for you. I agree. I love the color of it. It's blue steel is what the color is called. I'm sold on it. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, people are still talking about the phone thing in the comments. Yeah. If money was no object, I cannot remember which manufacturer, I think it was Red was the manufacturer. They've made a gaming phone that actually has internal liquid cooling.
Red Magic.
Oh, yes, that thing is so sick.
I used to be really into gaming phones and the evolution of gaming
phones. I bet. In your PUBG days?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they had cool stuff. The only thing is, Apple was the only one I was able to do comms through the game while using a capture card to extend the display. Android
Right.
just couldn't do it. I think it was something to do with like the like the microphone canceling out the noise from a speaker. It would automatically. It's too technical, but yeah, I had to use
Well, I
that.
mean, you end up seeing the same problem in the phone market that you do with the computer market, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got Windows and you got Android. Both systems are designed to be universal, something you can throw on just about any hardware on the market and it'll just make it work, right?
Yeah.
In that, though, you have limitations because every company custom tailors that operating system to their shit.
Yeah.
You know, Dell's version of Windows is not the same as HP's.
Right.
They tailor them. It's the same thing with Android. Motorola is not the same as Samsung. But with Apple, because it's all proprietary, it just works. You know, and I tell people that all the time when customers ask me about which I say, well, if you like all your shit to just work together without having to mess with anything and you don't want to do anything really outrageous, you want to go Apple because you get the Apple experience. I've seen some really cool shit with Apple devices. You know, where you walk into an Apple store and the guy you're talking to has an iPad in his hand and he jots down your name and, you know, what you're kind of looking for. And then he walks over to another person somewhere in the store and he just swipes across the screen and all of a sudden all of your information shows up on their screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so seamless and you can do it so easily.
And they do diagnostics like without
Right.
doing anything. Like it's and a lot of the plug and play and also the fact that it's, I don't know if it still is, but it was like 40% of the phone market. So when a developer or an app creator wants to like fix a bug or create an app for their apps, they're going to fine tune the Apple market first because there's less diversity. And they're like, when the Android market, there's just like littered with thousands of different types of phones with different hardware environments, etc.
Right.
But with Apple, they would always get first treatment because the nature of Apple. Let's see.
Call from. To accept.
Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
No.
Oh, okay. What's up? What are you doing?
I just want to say hi to the show.
Okay. How was your Saturday night?
What?
How was your Saturday night?
Oh, I'm here chilling, watching the show. I just want to say hi to old dude here. Pickles? Is it
Yeah.
Pickles?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, it's Pickles?
Yeah. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, bro? I just want to say hi and what's up. I'm watching here. I just want to support you and stuff, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, I love you.
All right.
Say it back, dude.
Yeah.
That was kind of sweet.
He wants in the Discord? If you want in the Discord, find my link tree, and it's the first link in my link tree.
Yeah, I don't suppose we hit 130K. I don't suppose we could get another pickles cam, could we?
Ooh. You know what? Hello.
Call from.
Snowball _24.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
I don't know, man. That sounds like a kid.
What do you say? Snowblunt? Underscore?
Snowball.
Oh.
Snowball underscore something or other. Okay, yes, if you're on the YTs, yes, you can call in, but you have to be 18 or older to call in.
What are my thoughts on cannibalism? Not stoked about that. Is cannibalism bad? I don't know if it's healthy. You get sick. And plus, I don't know. We could start dipping into some morally gray area where you might be killing somebody to eat. I don't know if that's cool.
I was going to say, isn't there something about because there's so much copper in the human body that you can actually like get copper poisoning from continually eating other people?
And that one condition
Something
that
like that.
Jeffrey Epstein was like possibly having in those photos that was caused by cannibalism. Don't tell my locals there's copper in people's bodies, please.
Now, I will say that, say there's an accident, some dude gets like the lower half of his leg ripped off, and he just looks at it and goes, you know what? I guess there would be a morally gray area there, but yeah, no. Anything else, probably not a good idea.
I take copper peptides. I would be especially
susceptible.
Yeah, they would jack me. Kuru disease from eating the brain. Oh. What photo of Epstein? He has like a swollen part of his mouth. And he's like, there's like a little short live photo of him like doing like a weird investigation of his mouth sore. It was confirmed that it wasn't, but yeah. But there was skepticism. I mean, rightfully so. Oh, I forgot to show you guys pickles. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I might call it quits tonight. Be sure to follow, chat. I'm gonna call it quits. I'm gonna take my meds. I need to get to bed sometime at a decent hour. Called Kuru. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be live on this account again tomorrow. I think I'm not due to get my real account back till Monday, so I will see you guys then. I hope you guys have an awesome night, morning, evening, whatever the heck. No movie? Fine. Chat, join my Discord. If you don't know how to join my Discord, I will show you. I will show you the way. Go to my account, and if you go to the link tree, which is a link right here, and then you click on the Discord server. The Discord link is the very top link, and you'll be in. So go into this server. You're going to go to the rules section. You're going to hit I agree. And then it's going to show you the rest of the server. We watch movies in this movie theater. So you're going to double tap on this movie theater. You're going to join it. And then you'll see a stream. We'll be playing a movie there. We'll be hanging out, talking shit and fart jokes. Let's do it, chat. We're not watching Titanic, goddammit. All right, chat, I love you. Yeah, at 10-4 Jen. I think we might be doing that. Chat, I love you. Infectious.
Love you guys.
Smoochies. I will see you tomorrow.
Love you, brother.
All right. Set the movie inside. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. I will see you guys soon. Adios, chat. I love you. YouTube. I love you. At least some of you. See you later.